to where we sit in the press box, Ian, and trying to lift the temperature slightly.
Well, we need it, though, because it is, you're right, it is bitter. Out of the sun is absolutely bitter. But in the sunshine, weirdly, David, my hands are now starting to de-thaw, so it's quite nice. Long may that continue, at least for the next couple of hours, and keep us an element of warmth.
You look at the games today, you don't really see many of the leading teams dropping points, do you, on paper? None of them are playing each other. Fingers crossed. We at least have the status quo come 5 o'clock, and City have got their job done here today.
Yeah, and that is all that City can do. They've just got to concentrate on what they do, and hopefully other teams mess up a little bit. But do you know what? Right now, David, it's irrelevant, isn't it? We keep winning all our games, we're there. So that's what this team will know that they have to do. There will be ups and downs, of course there will. And I expect both us and Rochdale to potentially have some of those ups and downs. But this is going all the way to the wire, David. But it starts here this afternoon. It starts with York City bouncing back from the other night's disappointment, getting these fans right behind them and winning 3 points this afternoon.
City kicking away to the north stand in this first half towards the small band of Woking fans. They've brought a few more than Brackley did last week, but not too many more. The ball won't stand still. It won't stay still actually on the centre spot. So there's a slight delay, even though the referee's just blown his whistle. Game now does get underway, and they go long to Jaskalainen, who's just at the edge of the centre circle. Have you ever seen a keeper come that far out for the kick-off of a match?
Not for a kick-off, no. That was very, very advanced.
Just trying to turn York City around. It goes into touch far side of the ground off a York City head, and it'll be an early long throw that will come into that York City penalty area. I think it's Jamie Andrews who's gone across to take it. Still issues outside in the car parks and the machine's not working, so fingers crossed, if you haven't been able to get the machines working, you will not receive a fine this afternoon. And it comes into the box, well headed clear by Boateng, and then Brooks gives it a big up and under, but that's going to go so high that it starts to almost swing back towards his own goal. I suggest Woking have got the breeze in this first half. Eventually it goes all the way through to Harrison Mayle in his all-purple kit, and he bowls it out. But he bowls it straight out to a yellow shirt, and he can't control it, and it goes into touch on this near side as he tried to find Jeff King. It was intercepted by Pennant. Have to say, it's Fagan Walcott who's continuing on the left-hand side of the three centre-backs, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, just watching Harrison Mayle there with the throw-out, David. I don't know if you mentioned it or not. It's bitterly cold and sunny, but there's also a vicious wind. There's a real wind out there, real breeze, and Harrison Mayle's throw was caught up in the wind there, so that's a quick red flag for him to be careful.
And do you know what I've just noticed there? That ball's been played back to him across the byline from Zach Johnson. It was bobbling all over the place on the edge of that 6-yard box.
Well,
I don't know if that's a reaction to the rugby that was here last night, but they're going to have to be very, very careful dealing with back passes at that end of the field, especially from what we've seen so far. Yeah, it looks really lovely, I have to be honest.
From here,
but that was bobbling all over the place. It went back to Harrison Mayle.
It was, and I'm not sure it's the rugby or just the fact that it's been a really dry sort of time for the pitch. It looks very... Even though we've had rain, it does look dry again. It's green, but it's solid.
And again, look at that there through the penalty area. Zach Johnson's running across with it. It's not...
It's not soft. There's bobbles there. So they need to be careful.
Zach Johnson's brought it through his penalty area and come out of it and sent it to the far side to Ollie Pearce. Pearce goes back to Fagan Walcott. All the play so far in the opening 90 seconds, 2 minutes, has been in York City's defensive third, and that's headed forward, and Sanderson slow getting back from an offside position. Again, it was given away from by City. I think it was Fagan Walcott this time with a bit sloppy with his distribution out from the back. The Boston United manager is here today. Boston are one of the 4 sides not in action in the National League. 2 of them, because they're in FA Trophy semi-final action, Wealdstone and Southend United. Boston was supposed to be playing one of those sides. I can't remember who the other side is actually, but with City going to Boston on Good Friday, he is here today as the Boston United manager to watch York City. See what he can glean from this performance. King on halfway, comes down the line, and he's put that straight into touch. The linesman says no, it curled and didn't go out of play. Trying to turn the Woking left back, and he gives it away then to King. King can put a cross into the middle, looking for Stones at the edge of the 6-yard box. He holds it up really well. Defender all over the back of him. Stones has still got it. He's going to try and turn his man. I'll win a corner. Just beaten out of him, really. The weight of numbers there. He turns to the referee and says, I want a bit of help, as my laptop nearly blows off the desk. You can probably hear the wind in the background, and it's a York City throw-in level with the edge of the penalty area on the right-hand side that Ben Brooks is coming across to take.
Listen to this crowd, David. They've got the message. They're getting right behind the team. They want this team to have every chance of success, and they play such a huge part. It's noise. atmosphere. It's brilliant.
Long throw right into the 6-yard box. That was a long one from Ben Brooks. Well dealt with first time. Then Banks gives it round the corner to Brooks. Brooks will give it back to Banks in the penalty area, right hand side. He goes to the byline, puts the cross in. Cross comes shot, deflects behind for a York City corner click, and it's João Alves who's taking charge in that York City technical area beneath us. He applauds the ball in by City.
Yeah, it's a quick start by City. It really is. We're applying the pressure. And this is just showing Woking that what's going to come for the rest of this match. I think this will be the intensity that Stuart Maynard wants his team to play with right through.
I didn't see Stuart Maynard, but we were led to believe he's going to be at the far side of the ground, not in this main stand, in the east stand, watching this game with this one-game touchline ban. In it comes from Boateng, cleared off the line virtually at the near post. There's just no one there to get on the end of it. And now Woking can come forward down the right-hand side. They've got runners in the centre here as well as they come over halfway. They're trying to skip past Morgan Williams, and they do. Then it's sent forward looking for Pennant. Pennant can't get there, and it's well shielded. Just slows him down. It allows Harrison Mayle to come out to the edge of his penalty area and gather.
Yeah, a good play by Zach Johnson. He just saw the danger, put his body in between the ball and Harrison Mayle to make sure it rolled through to Harrison.
Listen to BBC Radio York on this Saturday afternoon. Harrogate Town losing earlier on in the early kick-off, 2-0 at home to Notts County. Slight question of offside on the first goal.
This pitch does look, David, it looks solid, doesn't it? It does look as though the ball is pretty lively out there.
Yeah, again, at the edge of the penalty area, it bobbled a couple of times. It made its way across. It's not running true, is it?
There's grass, but it's not long grass. It's very short, and I think the undercourt under the grass is very solid.
Look at it bouncing in the penalty again there.
Yeah. Just need to be careful.
Mayle comes out of his penalty area and clears long, but it's going to get held up in the wind. Sorry, there's most definitely no rain here today. Banks with the ball over the top, looking for Stones on this right-hand side. Stones will get there before the defender nods it down into his path, and now he'll try and run at his defender. Or will he turn? He goes back to King, tries to win a corner kick. Defender defends it well and puts it into touch for a York City throw in again, level with the edge of the penalty area. And again, Ben Brooks, if he wants to, can come across to take a long throw.
Depends what that wind's doing and which way the wind's swirling, David. I think they're going to, if it is swirling in any advantage, they'll get him across.
And he's coming across. He wants to take it. Jeff King was suggesting he shouldn't, but Ben Brooks is on his way. So he will take it.
Yeah, it's a weapon, isn't it?
Well, especially in these conditions, because the wind can get hold of it and do anything with it. He could go short if he wants to Jeff King, but I don't really see that being an option here.
He's pulled a defender out there. Well, that was the idea, I think.
They've got everyone back at the edge of their penalty area. Oh, and that slips out of his hands, Ben Brooks. It's going to be cleared at the near post. Fagan Walker actually wins it, and then it sliced the clearance. And the big up and under then downfield, but it can't find the intended target of Joe Bode. And it's picked up by Hiram Boateng on halfway. Boateng gives it to Banks. Banks puts a crossing from really deep position. Oh, just in front of Stones. What a ball in that was from Banks. And Stones with the dive just couldn't get his head on it and direct it towards goal.
What a ball from Ollie Banks. My word. Josh Stones seen it as well. He just couldn't elevate himself enough. What was it, about shoulder height? Just couldn't quite get on the end of it. But Ollie Banks, wow.
I thought at first he was going to have a shot with the wind.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah, but he's whipped a beautiful ball into the box.
Yeah, shoulder height, wasn't it? And Josh Stones was diving. Just couldn't quite get on the end of it.
Can't see it. York City legend, I think he's down. He's playing that York City Legends team in a couple of weeks, isn't he? He's Jake Hyde at the minute. I'm not sure he fits that description, if I'm being perfectly honest. But
yeah, the word legend's got to be safe for certain people, I think. Don't ever.
I notice you're not playing.
No, I'd love to. I just the body won't do what the head tells it to.
Johnson at the back gives it across to Williams. Williams to King. King comes in field over halfway. Williams keeps moving forward, and he tries to put it through to Pearce, who's in the right hand side of the penalty area around the back. Pearce with a dink ball to the back post. Stones with the header headed towards goal, but it's easy for Jääskeläinen, and he nods it down and it falls into his hands on his goal line. But it's all City pressure now in the opening stages here at the LNER. 0-0 coming up to 8 minutes gone.
Good football, good run from Ollie Pearce as well, and a lovely cross. Josh Jones couldn't quite get on the end of it.
Sanderson with a long ball downfield, appeals for handball. It did hit his hand. The referee didn't give it, but he was outnumbered at the back, and City win it back. Banks turns inside his own half of the field and gives it to Alex Hunt. Hunt goes across to Boateng, who can come into the centre circle. Forward to Pearce, who's now back on the left-hand side. His ball is a little bit loose as he tries to feed it to Brooks, and then Brooks puts the block on the attempted clearance, and it goes into touch for a Woking throw in halfway inside their own half. And there'll be a slight delay because the ball Rebounded back into the field of play. The Woking man over that far side of the field has gone to pick up the extra ball off the replacement ball off the little cone. So that has to now be moved back off the field of play. Now play gets back underway. Boateng lifted forward, cleared at the back by the big centre-back Chinakoli. In midfield, City want a free kick again. Nothing given by the referee, Richard Marsden. Boateng, though, feeds it nicely to King on this right-hand side. Of course, it was the game at Woking that did for Adam Hinshelwood the 1-1 draw there. 2 fortuitous goals in that game. Alex Newby with the cross that went over the miss-hit cross went over the goalkeeper and dropped in the back post. And the big deflection for the Woking opener. That's a lovely ball forward again from Banks, out at the back. Williams tries to put it in, and he goes into touch for a throw-in on this near side.
Just watching that build-up there, David. Josh Stones was he was on his marks almost, and Banks just took one look and put the ball into an area. That's going to be a feature, I'm sure.
King takes it short this time as Brooks makes his way across. Gets it back, does Jeff King. Brooks still available down the line. He stays on side. Walking pace plays it back to Banks. And now King again. King will come in field on left foot. Puts a cross in, it's a deep one, and all the way across it goes to Stones. Controls on his chest in the right far corner of the penalty area. Gives it to Hunt. Stones once more. Will try and get past his man in the box. Goes to the byline. Still got it. Now turns away from goal as Josh Stones. Gives it back to Alex Hunt in a crossing position. He plays it to Brooks. Brooks will take on the shot, and he's blasted it over from the angle. A yard over the bar. Decent effort. Jääskeläinen did try and make the save, but he couldn't get fingertips on it and goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, good effort. Worthy effort as well from Ben Brooks. He just fashioned a nice little opening for himself there on his left foot. Just flashed it over the bar, but nice little try.
Jääskeläinen in his lime green, I'm going for, Ian.
Yeah, I'd agree.
All lime green kit.
Yeah, lime green.
In no particular rush to take the goal kick on the far side of the field.
Lime green kit with, I would say, racing green socks, David.
It's a good call. It's not a great combination, but it's a good call.
Yeah.
It looks as though his kit's just got dyed in the wash.
That's the closest he could get to his kit.
Nodded back, it goes to Harrison Mayle, who this time can pick it up no bother and rolls it out to Williams. Williams can give it to King. Instead he'll play it down the channel. Infield it goes to Banks. Now it's King over the top as he overhits it as he tries to find the onrushing Alex Hunt. No, Hunt's done brilliantly. He'll get on the end. He had to wait for it to hold up in the wind actually, and he plays it back to King. Just keeps it in play by the corner flag, and then a York City winner throw in by the corner flag on this near side, to a round of applause from everyone in the East Stand.
Great running from Alex Hunt as well, because he made what was a sort of a semi-good ball into a good one. And City end up with a throw in, but the off the ball running, David, from this team is fantastic.
Throw in, Banks then gets it back in, puts the ball into the box. Pearce just couldn't get in front of his man, puts his hands on his head, making a bit of a meal here, clearing this ball of Woking. Sanderson finally manages to do so and sends it down the right hand side. Down the line it goes further forward to Gabode. Will Gabode get there? No, he won't. Good covering again by Zach Johnson, and he puts it into touch for a Woking throw, level with the edge of the York City penalty area. And again, I imagine it'll be Jamie Andrews who comes across to take a long throw for the visitors.
Yeah. And good reading of the game again by Zach Johnson.
Look how long it's taken to go across here as well.
Yeah.
Here. Wandering from this near side of the field all the way across to the far side. Come on, Marsden. The referee could have a little quiet word here.
Yeah, they're not going to rush, are they? Woking 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in, and they're already trying to bring the pace of the match down.
He picks up the ball. Gary Elphick and João Alves giving instructions. Everyone back for York City defending, not leaving anyone up on halfway here, City, which is interesting. In it comes, the long throw into the box, one in the air by Fagan Walcott, not cleared first time, is second time by Ben Brooks, but it's going to come straight back, having not left anyone upfield. Given away though by Woking. Fagan Walcott, he slices his attempted right-footed clearance up into the sky, falls kindly for Banks. He gives it to Brooks, who's got some room. Can he switch it to King on this near side? He can, but he will find Jeff King. The defender gets in front of King, and he defends it well on this near side. Does Gabode, who's dropped back in from that set piece. He'll now slowly make his way forward as the away team have it at the back with Tariq Hines. Hines put under pressure by Stones. Hines has still got it. He's done well as Tariq Hines gives it now to Tunji Akinola. You enjoyed reading the team news out, didn't you, in the lounge today? There's some names there for you, Ian.
Yeah, I think I just sneaked a C just past.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It's tough. I got there in the end.
You've been working all week, haven't you, on it? Have you been looking at the team sheets, practising at home in front of the mirror?
Absolutely.
Down this left-hand side come Woking, intercepted by Williams, throw-in directly in front of us.
Gabode was the one, David. Gabode. Was it a silent G or not? And having heard...
No, you pronounced the G.
Gabode. Good stuff.
Caleb Richards, former Kidderminster man, picks up the ball in front of us here and gets ready to take the throw-in. He goes back to Akinola. Akinola across to Okoli. And now it goes to Drew. Aaron Drew into midfield for Hines, who's found a nice little bit of space in the centre circle. He feeds it forward on that right-hand side. And then that's put into touch by a Woking man. Oh, they're giving the throw into York City.
Must have took a nick. There's no arguments from City players.
No, there aren't really. Only Hiram Boateng turned round and, with his arms outstretched to question the referee's decision. But the crowd over that far side, no real concern from them. So, again, you presume the referee's got it right as they go long to the away team, looking for Sanderson, the leading goal scorer, 13 goals to his name this season. Johnson on the left gets it back off Brooks. Played forward, intercepted by Hines. Hines on the right wing. He's gone from centre back, centre midfield, and out right winger is Tariq Hines. And he wins a throw in. They won't send Andrews across to take this one. Go back to Chinakoli. And he's going to go back to his goalkeeper. He sort of fluffed his lines a little bit there. Scuffed his clearance. Jaskalainen again has to come way outside his penalty area, and Clay first time left-footed, gives it away under pressure straight to Zach Johnson. Williams, Hunt. Back it goes to Williams. 0-0. BBC Radio York on this Saturday afternoon. King, his attempted crossfield ball is a poor one and is intercepted. Now they can come forward, come Woking with Gabode on this left-hand side, up towards the edge of the penalty area, and he skips infield, throws himself to ground. Well played, Richard Marston, the referee. That was a terrible dive, and he didn't buy it. And now City on the break. Pearce threads it through for Stones. It's through one-on-one. Stones into the area. Good save by the goalkeeper as he tried to slot it past him, diving away to his left-hand side. He looks to the skies to Josh Stones. He knows he should have scored, but he didn't. It's a decent save by the keeper, and it stays 0-0.
Brilliant ball, Ollie Pearce. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, referee, for not falling for the dive. Ollie Pearce, superb ball through, and Josh Stones, he just need to lift it, didn't he? Just need to lift it over the keeper, and it would have been a goal. It's one chance. It's a good chance. He'll have to get his head up and get ready for the next one.
Yeah, excellent chance that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. He tried to slide it past the keeper, and listen, sometimes the keeper makes a good save. I think that was a mixture of both. I think it was a good save. I think Josh Stones would want to do better there, knowing him.
Tackle comes in on this near side by King, but the yellow shirts keep hold of the ball. Across the right hand side it goes for Drew. Back infield to Chinakoli. Nakoli, long ball over the top down the right hand side. Brooks has to go back towards his own goal, decides to stick a left leg out and does well to control it and then clear downfield, sorry. Banks, can he pick it up in the centre of the park? He can't. He falls over on his backside as he tries to control it, and Woking have it once more, and they move it across this left hand side. Gabode is going to run at Jeff King. He swapped sides pretty early here as Gabode. He's got outside of him Caleb Richards. Richards round the back. Cross comes into the York City box. Flicks off the head of Sanderson. And City then going to clear it on the far side because there's good covering by Fagan Walcott. Hunt. Poor ball forward from him as he tries to give it to Pearce. And the away team have it once more. 0-0. BBC Radio York.
Yeah, I think York City have had the better of certainly the better of the chances, but Woking, they're an awkward customer at the moment. They're not, they're quite well organised. They're playing with a bit of freedom, and they're managing to cause City a little bit of problems. A few problems in and around the goal, but they haven't really tested Harrison Mail as yet, thankfully.
As yet. They have it at the back again, the away team. They move it across the right hand side. Ball sent forward, another long lofted ball that Fagan Walcott has to go back to nod clear, and he goes through to Mail. Johnson. Down the left-hand side. Infield, he's got space now. Ollie Banks, 35 yards from goal. He speeds it to the right-hand side to King, edge of the penalty area. Jeff King, deep cross into the back post. York City man over there slips and falls, easily headed clear by Woking. And Fagan Walcott will try and collect the ball, and he does, and turns away from his man, turns away from goal, and then puts a cross in into the middle, dealt with by Coley once more. Williams trying to get the better of Gabode. Williams ends up on the floor, and Gabode manages to skip past him. They've got a spare man down this left-hand side, but it's a poor ball, and I think Alex Hunt used a good bit of pace there to get forward and to intercept it in front of the Woking man. He gets a round of applause, as you can hear in the background. He gives it back to his goalkeeper, Harrison Mayle. Well played, Alex Hunt.
Superb cover from Alex Hunt. Again, he spotted the danger, he's followed the runner, and he's shown real strength there to keep the ball away from the Woking player. Excellent. Every one of these City players tries their best to help the mates out when things don't quite go their way.
Latest scores then in the National League, where there were goals. Scunthorpe are 1-up at Halifax. Solihull 1-up against Altrincham. They're the only 2 goals in the opening, what we've got 20 odd minutes around the National League this afternoon. Still 0-0 between Sutton and Rochdale. A round of applause for Callum Howes. He starts to warm up down here. Beneath us, Alex Newby and Joe Gray are both out of the bench as well. Little 1-2 between Banks and Williams. Banks takes a shot. Jääskeläinen palms it away. Sent back in across goal from Stones. Headed towards Skull. And he's built it wide as Jeff King, who almost scored his first goal. Well, it was a decent save from a pile driver from Ollie Banks. The goalkeeper palmed it out to the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. Stones came in. He couldn't direct it towards goal. Put it back to the back post. King then had a chance for the free header, and somehow he's put it wide.
I'm not sure what happened at the end. The build-up was fantastic. Banks' strike was sumptuous. What a save from the keeper, by the way. And then, it seemed to come back to Jeff King, and he's just got his header all wrong. He's headed it back almost. Was he trying to head it back across the goal, or was he aiming for the goal? I'm not quite sure.
A little backheel flick across the back post from Stones, and then King's got to hit the target and score.
Right. Good play from City though. Again, good attacking play, and Ollie Banks at the centre of it,
as he so often has been in recent weeks. Woking in the centre circle, picked up by Hunt to Boateng. Now Fagan Walcott, 0-0, approaching the halfway point of this first half. I think City management team down there will be relatively happy with what they've seen in this opening 21 minutes.
Yeah, with the better of the two sides. Obviously, asterisk is make sure you keep working out.
Banks, that's a lovely diagonal ball forward to King, and he can't see it because the sun's in his eyes, and he puts his hands up as if to say, I don't know where the ball is, and it just suddenly falls at his feet, and now he has a laugh as he wins a throw in as the tackle comes in on Morgan Williams.
Yeah, thankfully Woking's player couldn't see it either, and between them, bit of a mess up.
Banks, the little drag back, and gets past his man, who's then fouled by Andrews, and it'll be a free kick to York City on this right hand side. Williams tried to take it quickly, but he played it back, and the referee is quite rightly saying, no, you took it from the wrong place, you might as well take it again from the right place and go forward. Banks gets it from the free kick. We'll try and lift it over the top.
Stones.
Good run from Stones round the back into the penalty area, wide right, controls on his chest, and now he slips again, does Josh Stones on the surface. That's 2 or 3 times he's gone over. Gives it to King, he comes into the box. King, Stones just behind him. Stones will get it back, right footed, he'll run towards the penalty area. Will he lay it off back to King? Yes, he will. King now to Banks at the edge of the area, back to King. Banks is taken out late there, and the referee will come and have a word, I think, with Gabode and give York City the free kick.
Yeah, it's a silly tackle on Ollie Banks there by Gabode, and he's put his team in trouble here because a nice free kick for City. And Gabode just a clumsy, lazy tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Jake Hyde doesn't like it. He's out having a word with the 4th official. I'm not even sure Jake Hyde's played since he signed for Woking at the start of the season. He's not played very often in the last few years. It's a terrible injury record. Both officials telling him to calm down.
Yeah, not sure what he's angry about, to be honest.
So Boateng will take the free kick, left-footed towards the back post, and it swerved, but it's easy in the end for Jääskeläinen. But he was going to his right, and then suddenly the wind got hold of it, and he had to take a step to his left for an easy catch.
You've seen them go in, haven't you? It's Jääskeläinen was on his toes, thankfully for him. But yeah, the wind is playing a part here, David. It really is.
Eastleigh leading Forest Green by 1-0 in the National League. Forest Green, they still have a bit of work to do if they're to finish in the top 7.
Yeah, they've had a few bad results, haven't they?
A few hiccups, yeah. Injury time defeat at Tamworth in the week. Hunt picks it up in the centre of midfield, tries to thread it through in the penalty area, looking for Pearce. Offside flag goes up against Ollie Pearce.
Yeah, Lansman's flag went up pretty early there. Ollie Pearce not arguing. There's a dead giveaway that he knew was offside.
I think you're right. Afternoon as always to Mr. Pearce
Yes.
and Mrs. Pearce.
Hopefully we'll be screaming your son's name later on, as we normally are. Such is the player he is for York City. What a goal scorer. What a signing.
Ryan Fallowfield, the latest to get the round of applause as he gets up off the substitutes bench down beneath us. Williams heads clear. Hunt, who's that, has gone to ground, now slipping on the surface. Banks this time slips. They kept putting the sprinklers on, but the wind was just blowing all the water here, there and everywhere, wasn't it? And back into the stand before kick-off. They win a throw-in by the corner flag on this near side to the away team.
Yeah, people are wondering why their seats are wet. There's been no rain. It's the sprinklers.
Halifax have equalised against Scunthorpe 1-1. What's the ironic cheer for there? They're taking an awful long time again here to come across and take this throw-in. Come on, referee.
This is where you hope the referee steps in and just tells them, listen, next time, yellow card.
Bit of detritus blowing on the pitch on that far side, Ian.
Big word for you, David, that. Detritus.
Can you remember what it means?
I know exactly. It's part of my job. We clear a lot of it.
Andrews into the penalty area, flicked in field by City, and there's a block on the goal line there. Shot comes in, it's over the bar. Well, City got a little bit lucky because the first header, I'm not sure who it was it Stones who won the first header?
Yeah.
But he got caught out by the breeze, and they had a shot, and it was past Mail, and it was cleared by somebody, I think, who's down? By Morgan Williams, who's now holding his the top of his thigh.
Yeah,
his right thigh. He may have to go off here.
Hip stroke groin there. I think he's maybe tweaked something there.
Come on down, Callum Howe, you would have thought. Or Ryan Fallowfield. We're going to find out here who's fourth choice centre-back.
Yeah. Well,
I imagine it's Callum Howe.
Yeah. I would have thought, especially this wind and the ball getting lobbed in the box.
They need to pay attention, though, because there's four of them, all by the corner flag, looking in the opposite direction. Now Fallowfield realises and is looking this way. Callum Howe still don't think has.
Surely they're looking at the pitch. They can see Morgan Williams down there.
And both teams are going to use this as an opportunity to come across and get drinks, but this doesn't look like one of those tactical timeouts that you see with the goalkeeper going down.
No, Morgan Williams definitely tweaked something. I think it was him clearing the ball. I might be wrong.
Of course, the transfer window now closed. There'll be no additions to this York City squad until the summer.
Yeah. Did Nathaniel George, did he go somewhere?
Yeah, he's gone to Wealdstone.
Yeah.
He'll be playing for them today in the FA Trophy semi-final.
Wow.
He didn't play at Clitheroe.
Yes, City. There's Gary Elphick.
He's hobbling off. It's Morgan Williams. They need to make a
good.
change here. They're going to be down to 10 men for a second because they've not yet worked out what's going on here, York City. Bench.
Stuart will want to get his message across to the.
Why the substitutes?
The
still by the corner flag here.
Yeah.
Callum Howe's having pictures taken with supporters.
Oh dear. Yeah. They haven't realised what's happening here. Unless Morgan Williams is okay.
Well, he's limping behind the goal and walking very slowly with the physio round the corner flag.
I'd be asking him, are you all right?
Surely they're in communication with the bench, so fingers crossed he's going to be all right to go on. Now he's talking to the substitutes down there because there's a lack of urgency, shall we say, from those York City subs, so maybe he's going to be fine, Morgan Williams.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be. The fourth official's gone to have a word with him and will now shadow him back to halfway. Banks tries a little flick around the corner, but he misses the ball, and Gabode can come forward on this left. He gives it to Sanderson just outside the York City penalty area. Richards around the corner. Richards wins a corner kick. Does he put that wide for a goal kick? Well, he put it wide for a goal kick, and the referee's given a corner, saying it came off the York City man. All the York City players go to the referee, say it never even touched me.
I thought it had, but obviously the angle the referee's got, he's thought.
Well, he's given
Jeff King.
He's given the corner. There were slight murmurings from the crowd behind the goal, but they weren't very loud. King has now been pulled away from the referee by Ollie Pearce, the peacemaker. We don't often say that. City still down to 10 here because he's not allowing Williams to come on. He surely can do now.
Yeah.
Now he does. So City will be able to defend it with 11 men. It's a corner kick, first of the afternoon then for the visitors on this near side. City not been great defending from set pieces in recent weeks. And it comes now to the near post. Banks heads it clear. He could have left that. I think he was going to the side netting. And then it comes out and goes. There's a foul in the penalty area as a York man goes to ground. And the referee blows his whistle. And, well, that was almost like the get out of jail card for the referee.
Yeah.
There's some debate over whether it should have been a corner. Then he sees a bit of a foul
Thank God
Alex
for
Hunt
that.
goes to ground and he gives the decision.
Blow the whistle. Get away with it.
It's almost like a tag team as the York City subs Howe and Gray have actually gone down the tunnel there. Newby comes back into the dugout. So does Fallowfield. And as they come back, they have little high fives with Greg Ollie and Dan Batty, and they decide it's their turn to go and warm up. Woking have it at the back. Back towards Akinola. Stones just can't put any pressure on him. He gives it to Okoli on the right hand side.
Oh.
Left by Johnson.
Not left.
Bit of a slight mistake.
Not left.
No. He completely missed.
But wait, that was the pitch. That was a bobble on the pitch. Just went over his foot.
Hunt on the left hand side gives it to Fagan Walcott. Back it goes to Alex Hunt. Hunt into midfield to Banks, who's just shy of the centre circle. 0-0 BBC Radio York. Nice ball from Banks to King. King first time looking for Williams, intercepted. Gabode. He runs past Boateng, still got it Gabode, strong running here into the York City penalty area, someone needs to stop it, pulls it back to the edge of the box. Johnson manages to get his foot on the cross, but it falls straight back to a yellow shirt, back to Gabode. He was hesitant there, was Jeff King, not once but twice. Tariq Hines, then Jeff King does brilliantly to slide in and win the tackle and get the ball back for City, gives it to Banks in his own penalty area. He goes back to Williams, and Williams tries to clear, but it's charged down, falls back to his feet, Williams, and eventually he plays it down the line. That's a lovely ball from him to pick out King. And he's tackled. Oh, that's a fair tackle. He's given the free kick to Jeff King, but that was a fair tackle.
Yeah.
Right beneath us.
Yeah.
Taken quickly by Banks to Pearce in the centre circle. He sends it out to the left-hand side to Fagan Walcott. Over halfway, Woking trying to get men back. Still raging forward here is Fagan Walcott. Gives it to Brooks. Cross from Brooks. Headed clear in the centre of the penalty area by Okoli. Back to the far side. City pick it up once more. Brooks goes back to Boateng. Decent game.
It was a good game. Maybe a little bit too open at times for City.
Brooks then loses control of the ball in a tight situation, and it goes into touch for a Woking throw-in, far side of the ground, 0-0.
But it is a good match. They're not just sitting back Woking. They're trying to do something, trying to get a goal, which makes for a good football. I still think City are going to have too much for them, ultimately, touch wood.
Still 0-0 between Sutton and Rochdale. Jaskalainen, left-footed, dinks it forward down the left-hand side. King gets in front of his man and puts it into touch for a throw-in. Again, referee, tell them to get a move on with the throw-ins. One of the backroom staff, Craig Ross actually, the substitute goalkeeper, just holds the ball in his hands. Fourth official goes to him. Now he hands it over to Richards. Richards throws it back to Akinola. Akinola goes back to Jaskalainen. Infield it goes to Tariq Hines. Hines gets away from Pearce, goes back to his penalty area and gives it back to his goalkeeper. Pearce will then try and put the press on, but Jaskalainen sends it out to this left-hand side and they've beaten the press. Richards puts the brakes on, could have come forward up to halfway, goes back to Akinola. He once more goes back to his goalkeeper. 31-32 coming up to minutes gone. York City 0, Woking 0 here on BBC Radio York. Akinola to this left-hand side. Richards gives it to Gabode. Gabode comes in field, gets past King. Hunt slows him down. Nice ball across from him to Drew. Aaron Drew comes forward to the right-hand side now, up towards the edge of the York City penalty area. This is dangerous from Woking. Cross comes into the box, dealt with by Fagan Walcott, and it's going to be picked up on the far side by Timothy Akinola.
Yeah, Woking definitely are playing with a degree of freedom out there. They're enjoying themselves.
Richards to Gabode. Gabode, who again is going to run at Jeff King. He needs a bit of help from Ollie Banks. King wins the tackle brilliantly.
Great tackle.
Well played, Jeff
What a
King.
tackle.
And Gabode's gone down as if he's hurt. The referee is not going to pull play up for
look
that.
at Pearce.
Banks forward. Pearce is
what
through
a
on goal.
ball.
Can he
Go
bring
on,
it down?
Ollie, lads.
Ollie Pearce has to wait for it. Nods it in front of him. Runs to the penalty area. Ollie Pearce, left-footed, gets it across the goal, and he's tipped it wide of goal. I'm not sure if it was a shot. He had to wait for the ball. Again, it got held up in the breeze. I'm not sure if it was a shot or if he was trying to chip it to the back post for Josh Stones. I think he was trying to chip it for Stones. And it's in between Stones and the goal and goes out for a goal kick.
It's in between both, and isn't it? He just, Banks' ball with the wind and everything was brilliant, but at the death there, it just hung up on Pearce. He couldn't get away from the defender and get onto his favoured foot. I'm not sure. Was it a cross shot? Maybe. I'm not sure. either way, it's an opportunity, but you can see how difficult it was in the wind.
It's a big opportunity, though, for a man like Ollie Pearce.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. But
and again, everyone's coming across this near side as Gabode gets a bit of treatment.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to Gabode, to be honest. He was just tackled by Jeff King.
Just a block tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah. Unless he's gone over on his ankle in the tackle, but it was a lovely tackle by Jeff King.
He's having a drink and he's down here on this near side.
Sure, I'll be fine, aren't you, David?
Well, he looks all right down there.
Don't need to slow it down like that.
He gets up.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be absolutely fine. 34 minutes gone, and it's still goalless. Eastleigh have got a second against Forest Green. The pressure's starting to ramp up on Robbie Savage. How's he going to deal with the pressure at the back end of this season?
He'll be back on 606 on a Saturday night, David, at this rate.
Carlisle won up at Braintree,
which he's very good at, by the way.
Solihull won up at Alton. Well, it's guaranteed a few giggles, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 606 on 5 Live on a Sunday night.
We like to listen to him on the way home, don't we, on a Saturday?
Yeah, we don't do it on a Saturday anymore. Now he's gone to Forest Green.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Back in the day we did.
Maybe he'll be back soon.
Gabode has come across his technical area. He's going to get a drink. I think he's fine. Jake Hyde. Oh, he's telling one of his substitutes, though, to go and warm up. So I think he's going to be all right for now. But how long will for now last? Pearce picks it up on the left-hand side. Gives it to Boateng. Boateng lifted forward. Looking for Stones at the edge of the area. Trying to hold off his man. Defender got in front of him. And they have it on the right-hand side with Drew. He'll play it infield to Akinola. Timmy Akinola. Not easy with Timmy and Tunji.
No, I suffered that myself.
Now Gabode, he's been ushered back on by the referee, but he's not turned. He wasn't watching the field of play. He was bothered about his drink and putting it back in the compartment down there that's holding all the drinks bottles. He missed him, but he is now back on. The fourth official tells him you can go back on. Back to Jaskalainen, Wokingo, and he chips it out again onto this near side to Richards. Richards, good control from him, gives it to Sanderson. Now down this left-hand side, Gabode looks absolutely fine. He's in round the back on the left into the penalty area. Johnson needs to go and connect with him, and he took his time, and eventually the cross came into the 6-yard box and it's put behind. Half a chance that from Woking. He had to engage a little bit quicker there, Zach Johnson, Ian.
He did, but good defending again. But this lad out on the left here, this Gabode, he's certainly a threat. He's got a bit of pace about him, a trick. City need to be on the guard. But yeah, Zach Johnson again, David, defending really well. Another good signing by York City. Who knows where he'll be next season.
So I say Ricky Aguiar's in the starting 11 today for Eastleigh. They lead Forest Green 2-0. Harvey Saunders has got both of the goals.
Wow.
City have it on the left. Johnson gives it to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott gets past his man down the left wing. Now he comes in field. He's been pulled. Referee allows play to go on. Little back heel as he gives it to Ben Brooks. Brooks back once more to Johnson on halfway. In the shade. That far side of the ground. Johnson once more. Brooks back to Hunt. 0-0. 8 minutes plus injury time. There should be quite a bit as well. At least 4. There's been 2 relatively long stoppages in play for the Williams and the Gabode injuries. Banks on the right hand side, crossing position, and it comes now, headed clear by the defender, but he gets that one all wrong, and it goes back towards his own goal and goes out for a corner kick, a second for York City.
Again, Ollie Banks looking for that early ball into the box, and it just caught the defender off guard a little bit there. He ended up being a bit of a 50p head, headed the opposite way of where his head was aiming, which is amazing.
Boateng comes across to take the corner kick. And this near side going to be an in-swinger with his left foot. Again, the ball moves off the quadrant though. The wind just blows it. He has to go and replace it. Raises his right arm. Boateng. And it comes now to the near post. Doesn't beat the first man. Poor ball in from Boateng at ankle height. Back it now goes to King. King plays it into the box, looking for Banks. Boateng nips in front of both of them. Boateng still got it. Gets past his man. Takes on the shot. Straight into the arms of Jaskalainen. A floaty, lofted finish, wasn't it, from Boateng?
Yeah,
with no power.
I don't know if maybe a defender took the sting off the ball. But yeah, it just ended up floating into Jaskalainen's hands.
Richards. Akinola.
It's decent play from City. You feel there's something there, isn't there? Something coming.
Yeah.
If they can just up it that little bit more, there's something coming here.
It's a different side to York City we're having to see today. A patient side to York City.
Yeah.
Especially here at the LNR, where at times it's just been too easy for them. In the middle of the park, Hines gets away from Hunt, and then he lays it off the far side to Timmy Akinola. Now down the right to Drew. Off the wing to the edge of the box. Cross comes into the box. Johnson wins the header. Banks then is clattered by Richards. The referee gives the free kick. Sanderson picks the ball up.
Hines
in fact, Andrews picks it up. Hines now gone down off the ball here for Woking. Another hold up in play. I did see him limping actually a second ago in another part of the field.
He maybe pulled a muscle.
This is the third time the trainer's been on in this first half. 0-0. It remains on BBC Radio York's Harrogate Town. Disappointing result for them. I'm sure we'll hear from the Harrogate Town manager Simon Weaver at half-time. Get his reaction to that 2-0 defeat to Notts County. Just looking at the other scores actually in League 2 if you are a Harrogate Town fan. Barnet 0, Cambridge 0, Barrow 0, Bromley 1, so that's a decent scoreline for Harrogate Town. Bristol Rovers leading Accrington. Bristol Rovers this last few weeks have started to pull away from the bottom two. Colchester 0, Walsall 0, Crawley 0, Gillingham 0. Crawley picking up a point at the moment. Crewe 1, Oldham 1, Newport 0, Shrewsbury 0, Salford 0, MK Dons 0, and Swindon 0, Fleetwood 0. If they were all to stay the same, so the teams at the bottom, so Newport and Crawley both getting a point, Harrogate Town would be 2 points from safety, but an inferior goal difference. Could quite easily be 3 points. They'd stay one place off the bottom of the league, with Barrow rock bottom of League 2. Latest National League scores: Brackley 0, Tamworth 0, Braintree 0, Carlisle 1, Eastleigh 2, Forest Green 0, Halifax 1, Scunthorpe 1, Gateshead 0, Yeovil 0, Morecambe 0, Aldershot 0, Solihull 1, Altrincham 0, Sutton 0, Rochdale 0, Truro 0, Bournemouth 0. And goalless here too, so there aren't that many goals knocking around today. And as far as I'm aware, still goalless as well between Scarborough Athletic and Chorley and National North. That is on DAB this afternoon, and of course on the BBC Sport website and app. City get play back underway. Williams gives it to Banks over halfway. Woking have got everyone back behind the ball. Banks gives it back to Williams, back to Ollie Banks inside right. He lifts it over the top looking for Williams, intercepted at the back by Woking, and they've got it in the left back position. Tackle comes in from King. Woking have still got it, played back to Richards, and he does try and clear, but that's charged down, spins back into the penalty area. Pearce back to goal, tries to get there, and then Hunt leaning back at a free shot 12 yards, skies it way over the bar. Just keep it down, Alex Hunt. That's a free shot. Should be hitting the target, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, his technical ability as well. He'll have expected more from himself, I'm sure. But again, it's another little chance for City. You know, they keep knocking on this door.
FA Trophy semi-finals. Slight upset. Southend are beating. Southend are losing, trailing at Stockport by a goal to 0, and goalless between Wealdstone and Marine. So goal kick. 4 minutes to go. Plus there should be at least 5 goes up on that board. Yaskalainen clears, then Pearce, oh my word, what has he done there? That has literally gone about 40 yards up in the air, directly above where he kicked it. He could have headed it clear next time when it came down.
Came down with a touch of ice on it, I think.
He certainly did on a day like this. City win it back though. Boateng on the far side, and he's tackled on midfield, kept in play just about. And it goes into touch eventually for a York City throw. And again, Hines has gone down off the ball here. The referee's going to have to hold play up again. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
4th time in this first half. And he's told to get up by the referee. And if you're injured, come off. Hines is wandering across this near side. I think he is going to come off.
He's genuinely injured.
But you just can't keep going down and stopping the player. Yeah. Well played, Richard Marsden, once more, who's done all right in this first half so far.
Is it Paul?
Oh, now he falls down again in the centre circle, and a yellow card for Hines. Brilliant from the referee.
Yeah.
He said, no, I'm not going off, and then he gets back up to his feet, does Hines, after being shown the yellow card.
Ridiculous.
Superb.
Yeah, Hines hasn't done himself any favours whatsoever at all there.
I've never seen that before.
No.
Player Buxy refuses to leave the field injured. Superb. Absolutely superb. He's getting treatment. This should be at least 6 now, if not 7, when we eventually get play back underway.
Yeah.
Ollie Banks has gone to have a word with the referee. He said, this is ridiculous. And they're now finally saying, oh no, he's got to come off. Well, we could have told you that 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, he knew he was coming off, didn't he?
And it's because they haven't got anyone ready on this near side. This is shocking.
It's embarrassing, really, for the player and the management team. And the subs. To not be ready.
Jack Hard's looking around if he doesn't know what to do here. Who is going to come on?
Maybe that is it. Maybe they don't know what they're doing.
Now he's finally filled out his card. He's going to give it to the 4th official, who's going to more than likely struggle with the board.
Yeah.
Hines still hasn't got off the pitch.
This is going to go away after 5 o'clock tonight, David, this one.
Well, this should be at least 7 minutes now. Wait till that board goes up. He don't have a number on his back, this guy. He's not even got his shirt on, the substitute.
Want to come on?
Doesn't even have his shirt on.
Oh,
amateurish at best, this is. How
Wow.
can you be a footballer and not even have your shirt on?
That's phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. Crying out loud. You want your subs to be ready and raring to go on, don't you? What a word. What
It's
a mess.
number 25 that's coming on, Jake Foster-Caskey.
That's Darren Caskey's son, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, he's played enough football to be ready to come on, surely. Was it all part of the hoodwinkery? Try and slow the game down. They look foolish, but they've slowed the game, haven't they?
Right, play's back underway. 1 minute plus injury time to go. If that's not 7, at least. Ball goes out of play for a York City throw on this near side. Sorry, for a Woking throw on this near side as the tackle comes in on Williams. And again, how long is this going to take for the throw-in to be taken? To be fair, Williams hasn't really helped this side there because he's walked in field and then just dropped the ball near nobody.
Yeah.
That's not clever. Richards goes back to Akinola. Akinola gives it back to Jääskeläinen. 30 seconds, then we're going to see what comes up on this board. Forfeit just has a look at his watch to make sure he don't put it up too early, but there's a big clock on the far side of the ground I'm sure he's spotted that tells him how long's gone. On the right hand side, Woking have it just inside their own half, pressed by Fagan Walcott, and it goes back to Okoli. Okoli down the right, looking for the run of Pennant, but Pennant can't get there. He goes into touch. City are going to take the throw, and immediately here comes the board. It is 7. Well played, referee.
Yep, well done. Good refereeing.
In association with RM English Estate Agents, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 7 minutes added time. 7 minutes.
Yeah, getting a round of applause of Richard Marsden. That's not happened very often here at the LNER.
No.
Well, he's having a decent afternoon so far. Let's hope we're not speaking too soon.
No, yeah.
Banks gives it back to Williams.
And it takes one bad decision, doesn't it?
Hunt. It's not a game you'd want City to go behind in this, is it?
It isn't, no, because Woking are a tricky customer. They're well organised and they're strong and fit.
Far side of the field, into midfield it comes to Banks. Banks threads it forward to Stones, edge of the penalty area. Stones got a bit of room, and then he gives the possession away to Okoli as he tries to feed it through to Pearce. Then Gabode goes down off the ball. He was checked by Williams, not spotted by the referee.
Yeah, he's
City
gone
have
down
it
like
again by Hunt. He did. He
like
went
a
down very
Spurs.
easily looking for him, but he did get checked. Williams to Hunt. Hunt will drive forward towards the box, gives it wide right to King. King gives him the return ball on the edge of the area, comes off the Woking man. That'll be a York City corner kick, a third of this opening half.
Yeah, Alex Hunt again. His defensive work superb. He's getting forward a lot today as well. Good running off the ball, Alex Hunt.
Forest Green have got a goal back at Eastleigh, 2-1 there, as you were in all the other games. So corner kick, Boateng again. Hunt makes himself available if they want to use a 2-on-1, which they've got available at the minute. But Boateng puts it into the box. The near post free header clear by Okoli to the edge of the area to King. King gives away possession, but it's picked up by Boateng really well, and he feeds it to Johnson. Johnson has to go back to halfway, and Brooks sends it out to the left-hand side with a nice curling ball in the breeze. Across it goes to Stones. Stones will run at the full-back, Drew. Stones edge of the area, turns, then he gets back on his bike, just holds it up on the left-hand side of the area to Stones. Drew's followed him all the way, though, and he has to play it back down the line to Ollie Pearce. Pearce will get a deep cross into the box, too deep. Has it stayed in play? Has it gone out for a goal kick? It's gone out for a goal kick. Poor cross in from Pearce. Somehow Pearce and Stones found themselves both on that left wing there and not in the box where they'd want to be.
Yeah, and then Ollie Pearce's crosses, there was no one in the box for it in the end anyway, even though it was overkicked.
Welcome to our listeners on DAB. Goalless between Scarborough Athletic and Chorley this afternoon. We're playing 7 minutes of injury time here. The train has been on 3 or 4 times. Once to deal with Morgan Williams. There are other times for Woking players. Tariq Hines has now eventually gone off. We've played 2.5 of the additional 7. City have possession in midfield. It's goalless, but City dominating. Hunt threads it forward. Pearce and Stones have both missed really good chances. Stones runs at his defender in the penalty area. Josh Stones still got it. Stones is going to be tackled, is he? No, threads it through. The legs of Jääskeläinen, still not cleared. Boateng back to goal, crowded out. Hunt takes on a shot. Boateng straight at Jääskeläinen again, who just drops on the ball. City could easily have scored 3 times in this first half, but they haven't, and it remains goalless.
Yeah, again, that was so close for City there. Alex Hunt trying to guide it in. There's too many bodies there. They got in the way.
Braintree equalised against Carlisle 1-1 at the Rare Breed Meat Company Stadium.
Love it. Whatever that means.
If one ground in the league deserves a name like that, it's the Braintree ground, I think. Ball forward for Stones. Stones stays on side of the edge of the area, but he can't take it in his stride. Just tried to flick it in front of him for a free run on goal, but he couldn't, and the yellow shirts win it back. Okoli at the back gives it back to Jääskeläinen. Banks tries to press him. Nice ball though into the centre of the midfield. Forward it comes to Andrews. Andrews turns away from Hunt and then lifts it over the top, looking for Sanderson. That's overhit though. The leading goal scorer for Woking will get nowhere near that. He gives up actually as it goes through to Harrison Mayle. Woking have had the breeze in this first half, or the gale in this first half, it feels like at times. So maybe City can use that to their advantage in the second period. Pearce drops in deep, falls kindly though to Banks. Banks has to turn under pressure and gives it back to Pearce. Pearce then tries to turn it through around the back to King. Just can't find King in the penalty area, and Gabode did really well actually to be back there helping out his defence, and now he can come forward with it for the away team. Tackle comes in on him from Williams. Referee gives the free kick, and it'll stay 0-0 with 2.5 minutes of the additional 7 to go on BBC Radio York.
Yeah, there's lots going on out there. It's hard to keep track at times. Pearce's ball there, just cut out. Jeff King trying his best to get on the end of it, but good defending by Gabode. Followed King all the way.
Bring you up to date with all the latest scores for our local teams in North Yorkshire in just 3 or 4 minutes, before I assume we'll be hearing from the Harrogate Town manager Simon Weaver after their 2-0 defeat at home to Notts County today. Richards comes forward for Woking to the edge of the penalty area, left by Sanderson. Across it goes. Shot will come in as they skip past Boateng. Curling shot, but he got under it in the centre of the ground there, did Timothy Akinola, and he puts it into the south stand behind the goal. 0-0.
Ambitious type of finish. I think he tried to almost lift it over Harrison Mayle's head, and he's got it all wrong.
Goalless now at Sutton between the side from Surrey and Rochdale. 0-0. As you were at the top of the National League so far this afternoon. Johnson to the left hand side to Fagan Walcott. Back to Johnson. Johnson comes out of the shade and into the sun. Gives it to Boateng. Boateng first time. Gives it to Williams. Williams now to King on halfway. He'll send it forward. Okoli lets it bounce. Stones gets in front of him. Edge of the area. Stones on the volley. Tries to take on the shot.
Don't mind that.
But just doesn't connect well enough, and easy for Jääskeläinen.
Yeah, they sat up nicely for Josh Stones. It would have been a big ass to hit the back of the net. But I don't mind your striker having an effort from that position.
Banks puts pressure on the defender as he tries to clear on this near side, and then that's skied into the crowd in front of us here. Oh, God, that's got to hurt. The guy punches it away. It came down with a bit of velocity, that did, in the wind.
Yeah.
Thrown to York then, just inside the Woking half of the field. The Woking analyst that's sitting alongside us here now gets off his seat with his laptop and heads to pitch side. King infield, gives it to Pearce. 30 seconds of the additional 7 to go. Johnson, Fagan Walcott down the inside left, but he gives away possession, intercepted. Poor ball forward there from him. Poskakaski gets it. And now Okoli can clear again back up to halfway. Everything again you can hear blowing in the background in the wind. Given away though by Woking. Last attack of this half. Fagan Walcott threads it through to Boateng. We've played the 7 minutes. Tackle comes in on Boateng. The referee blows the half-time whistle. 0-0 at the break. City should be in the lead by at least 1 goal. There's a question mark said maybe it should be 2 or 3 goals up with the chances they've created, Ian.
Yeah.
But as things stand, they haven't taken them.
Yeah, this is a tricky match, but City are creating chances, David. They just got to keep doing that in the second half, and I'm sure one of them will get put away. But yeah, City at the moment, realistically, could be 2 up. They're not. Is a mixture of bad luck and not the best finishing. But hopefully they go into the second half with the same attitude and do that all again.
But no need to get panicky at the minute?
No, God, no. There's plenty of time. City players will know it. They do need that goal though, David. I wouldn't, like you said earlier, I wouldn't like to see Woking go ahead in this match. It's now got to be next goal scorer really has got to be York City for me.
So York City 0, Woking 0 here at half-time on BBC Radio York. The time is 3:54.
Daytimes on BBC Radio York.
So excited to be out in Filey.
Beck Homer.
It's my hometown. I want you to share your memories of Filey with us this morning.
So we'd be in the sea with a soggy sandwich, which was egg and sand, because you could never keep them out the sand.
Oh, they sound delicious, Paula.
Yeah.
Joanita Musisi.
Coming to you live from York Railway Station today. The next train on platform 9 is the 15:05 to Liverpool Lime Street.
Weekdays from 10.
Can't believe it. Oh my God.
That was great.
This is the best day of my life.
Daytimes on BBC Radio York. Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
So goalless here at the LNER between York City and Woking. Second half commentary to come of this match. It's also half-time at Queensgate in Bridlington. Scarborough Athletic against Chorley. Let's get a half-time report from James Fletcher.
Well, at half-time in the sunshine here at Queensgate, it's Scarborough Athletic 0, Chorley 0. We joked about it at the end of the first half between myself and Darren Foreman that there isn't really too much written down on my sheet of paper in front of me for match moments. Warren Clark for Chorley had a skittling shot along the deck, which was blocked by Thornton after 2 minutes, and Sampson had a chance, resulted from that corner, which was headed over the crossbar. Best chances for Scarborough Athletic. Rio Allen skipped in from the right wing, 20 yards out, tried to draw in Scott Wilson, the centre half, took a shot on which pitched in front of Matt Airwin really aggressively up into the air, forcing him to put two hands on the ball and tip it around his far post. Jay Cole having a header from a resulting set piece into the side netting, which gave the biggest cheer of the day, even though it didn't reach the back of the net. Very little else to write home about. The thoughts of both us: the game needs a bit more quality. The wind is playing its part as well, which will probably benefit Scarborough in the second half, because they've been against the elements in the first 45 minutes. Half time at Queensgate. Wish we could say more, but it remains Scarborough Athletic 0, Chorley 0.
Elsewhere, further down the footballing pyramid today in the Northern Counties East League Premier Division, Tadcaster Albion are 1-0 up away at Sheffield FC in their battle for the playoffs. It's goalless between Wormwell Town and Knaresborough Town. It's also goalless between Pickering Town and Penistone Church at Mill Lane. In Division 1, Harrogate Railway 2, Goole 0 at Station View. Selby Town 2-1 up away at Route 1 Rovers. And in the Northern League, Northallerton Town trail 2-0 to Borough Rangers at the Calvert Stadium. We'll keep an eye on all of those games throughout the afternoon for you here on BBC Radio York. Your opinions and messages are most certainly welcome as always. Text us on 81333, start your message with the word York. WhatsApp 08000 321 333. Again, start your message with the word York, or tweet us at BBC York Sport, and we'll read your comments as we grow throughout the afternoon. Rob has got in touch and he said we need a tight defensive performance today. No sloppy mistakes, just keep control, make sure we get the first goal. I don't fancy us if we go behind. Keep the faith, Rob, keep the faith. Still goalless, and City really should be leading. Can they go in at full time with a couple of goals to their name? That is what we need here today at the LNER. It's what Simon Weaver as well and Harrogate Town supporters could have done with today. They were the early kick-off. They were at home to Notts County, and sadly for them it finished Harrogate Town 0, Notts County 2. At full time, Tim Steer spoke to their manager Simon Weaver.
Simon, commiserations on today. What were your overall thoughts on your side's performance?
Yeah, little in it between the two teams. I thought they scored a good first goal after we started probably the first 8 minutes really well. High tempo, trying to get about them. As you'd expect with swirly wind, it found it hard to settle it, but with Bryn Boris and the team, we've always got a chance of doing that. But then they just caught us with Iapenda going a bit higher up the pitch and got in behind us. Scored, it can happen, and our reaction was good then. From then to half time, I thought we were probably the better team, but it was just in the final third over all the game, we just didn't show that clinical edge that we needed to.
A few people have got in touch saying they thought the first goal was offside. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that. Well,
no, I haven't really seen that back. I know just before they did score, Jacob and our team got in behind them, and I watched that, and he was definitely onside. So sliding doors at the time, so that's why you can't be really ultimately use the blame game, because it's fine lines, and sometimes it goes for you, but it seems to be going against us a fair bit. But we have to show the character to keep bouncing back.
Obviously, this is a Notts team that are pushing for automatic promotion. Did that show at times in terms of their quality?
At times, but I wouldn't say there was a difference in quality other than, they finished 2 goals and we didn't, so there can be no argument with that. They deserve the win because of that, but I wouldn't say that. We played against them before, even at our place, where there was a wrong penalty, a penalty given incorrectly at their place, and we drew the game. But we played better for large periods today. But they've just scored goals at the right time, and it's taken it away from us.
We brought Emile Aqua on in that second half. I thought he had a real presence when he came on up front.
I thought so. He held it up, did well, brought us into the game. He'll be desperate to score. We all are for him, because he's a good player. He's good first touch, and that size made a difference though when it came on, and when he came on, he started holding the ball up.
It just didn't seem like it was going to happen for Ellis Taylor today. Was that part of the reason why Dukey came on? Yeah, you've got to give people opportunities, and to be fair to Dukey, he hit 2 good strikes, 1 over, 1 tested the keeper. We didn't test the keeper enough, did we? For all the good play, and that's what I said in there. That just, anyway, we just needed to get more shots off and excite the crowd, because there was so much good play up to that point to be able to be in those positions where you can profit from. It feels like we're talking about this every week, about those chances and getting those shots away. How much more can you do as a manager to try and encourage that from them? Yeah, well, that's proven to be a big challenge, because of when it's the same thing and we're working on it. I've got a brilliant coach and assistant manager in Paul Thirlwell. He's inventive with his sessions, encouraging 1v1s, 2v1s, counter-attacking situations, balls into the box. It's in that moment, but what we've got to do is say it as it is, without being blasting them, not undermine confidence, but keep encouraging them so they don't get tentative. And I actually asked the question, I said, are you understanding the messages? Are we knocking you too much? Are you confident in order to prevent being tentative? And they all seem to be happy, with the content and what we're saying. But there's an acknowledgement right across the team as all that we need to be better in and around the penalty area. You made one change today with Levi Sutton in for Tom Hill. Was that an injury issue? Yeah, an injury to Tom. Hamstring with his other leg this time. Hopefully he'll be okay, but he wasn't ready for today. Thought it'd be a good game for Levi. Got 45 minutes under his belt, and then gave Toby an opportunity. Nothing long term then for Tom? No. Well, I'm hoping not, but we'll probably have him scanned early in the week. We'll see. Just finally then, how are the group feeling after that? Obviously we don't know, but the 3 o'clock's still to come about the position in the table, but how's everybody feeling after that? Well, they were hurting straight away, because the professional footballers, they know the magnitude of the situation for us, and they're a good group, are nice lads, and they know where, and they want to stay up. So it's another game chalked off, unfortunately for us, the wrong side of things, and no points. We knew it would be a difficult game. They're disappointed. There's no shame in putting in a good performance but missing out. But there's a disappointment factor that we'll all have to deal with at home over the next 24 hours, but then come back raring to go again.
That's the Harrogate Town manager, a disappointed Harrogate Town manager Simon Weaver, talking to Tim a little bit earlier following his side's 2-0 defeat in League 2. Let me run through the other scores. Second half is underway already in Scarborough Athletic against Chorley. That is on DAB if you want second half commentary of that one. A link also at BBC York Sport on our Twitter feed. It's available on the BBC Sport website and app. So the latest scores then, or the half-time scores I should say, a handful of games in League 1 this afternoon. Blackpool 0, Burton Albion 0, Exeter 0, Leyton Orient 0, Reading 2, Wigan 0, Stockport 2, AFC Wimbledon 0, Wycombe 1, Port Vale 0. League 2, Barnet 0, Cambridge 0, Barrow 0, Bromley 1. That's bottom against top. Bristol Rovers 1, Accrington Stanley 0, Colchester 0, Walsall 0, Crawley 0, Gillingham 0, Crewe 1, Oldham 1, Newport 0, Shrewsbury 0, Salford 0, MK Dons 0, and Swindon 1, Fleetwood Town 0. The half-times in the National League, a dearth of goals really everywhere today. Brackley 0, Tamworth 0, Braintree 1, Carlisle 1, Eastleigh 2, Forest Green 1, Halifax 1, Scunthorpe 1, Gateshead 0, Yeovil 0, Morecambe 0, Aldershot 0, Solihull 1, Altrincham 0, Sutton 0, Rochdale 0, Truro 0, Boreham Wood 0, and of course here at the LNR, City 0, Woking 0. Let me see if I can find the latest scores for you in the FA Trophy semi-finals. I can. Southport 1, Southend United 0, and Wealdstone 0, Marine 0. And in National North, if I can get through to them on my phone, a full fixture list, or virtually a full fixture list in National North, of course, this afternoon, apart from the two sides, or the one side that is playing in the... No, it's two sides, isn't it? Marine and Southport are both in National North that are in FA Trophy action. Still scrolling through trying to find these. Will come up in a second on here as the York City substitutes in front of me continue to warm up. Here we go. AFC Fylde 3, Darlington 0, Telford 1, Bedford 1, Curzon 0, Chester 1, Hereford 0, Buxton 0, Kings Lynn 0, Spennymoor 0, but Spennymoor down to 10, Leamington, who got relegated in the week 2, Peterborough Sports 1, Oxford 1, Kidderminster 2, and Scarborough 0, Chorley 0, South Shields 1, Alfreton 0, Worksop 1, Radcliffe 0. As things stand, Scarborough continue to cling on to that 7th place, the final place in the National North playoffs, but it is so tight between a number of teams. Macclesfield are up in 4th with 4 points more than Scarborough and a couple of games in hand, but it is still extremely tight, and Jonathan Greening's men doing all right at the minute on a decent unbeaten run, although I think he would probably agree they're drawing just a few more games than he would like at this stage of the season. So, still half-time here, 7 minutes of injury time played in that first half. It looks as though this game is going to be the last to kick off this afternoon in the National League, so York City will know as that second half progresses how Rochdale have got on, you would have thought, this afternoon, which could be an intriguing end to what has so far been an intriguing game. York City on top for the majority of the game. There's one chance that I think they had a shot on goal, did Woking, that was blocked by Morgan Williams. He seemed to pick up a bit of an injury at the top of his right thigh, clearing it as it had gone past Harrison Mail. But apart from that, really good chances for Josh Stones and Ollie Pearce in that first half. Jeff King possibly as well should have hit the target with a header from the angle from just 4 or 5 yards out that he put across goal. City will have gone in at half time really thinking that they should be in the lead, but of course they are not. Here we go, the Woking men are just about to come back out onto the field in front of us. Let's see if there are any changes. They had to make a change during that first half, did Woking, with Tariq Hines going off to be replaced by Jake Forskaski. York City now 2 coming back out onto the field.
David, have you shouted out to Mike Fincham yet?
I haven't.
Also, Carol and Phil, Phil's broken a bone in his foot, so they're neither of them are here today, but they are listening.
Hello to Carol and Phil. So York City out in front of us. Taddy have now got a second goal at Sheffield. So we hope everyone gets well soon. We hope everyone has a happy birthday.
I apologise then. I just jumped in and took the stage there. So yeah, big to Carol and Phil.
Changes Ian Dunn. Let's change tactics. There's changes coming here. Ryan Fallowfield is coming on for York City, so maybe he is the 4th choice centre back at the minute and not Calamau. Who knows?
Wow.
Fallowfield has come on for Morgan Williams, I think.
Calamau doesn't look happy there, David. I can imagine why. But the manager sees things that we won't. He'll see things in training and he'll know which players that he feels will do the right task or the right job for the task set them.
There's going to be double change as well for Woking.
Double change for Woking as well. Wow.
This is testing me to the max here today.
Yes.
Trying to sort out all my stickers and all my team news in this wind. It is not easy. So Matt Ward was one of those changes. He's coming and playing on the right hand side. He normally plays on the left.
Substitution at half time for the Minster men. Number 2, Ryan Fallowfield, replacing 20.
You need my some extra fingers over there, David.
And second substitution.
That wind is
feels like it.
Playing hazard.
11, Matt Ward, replacing 28, Cian Pennant.
So there you heard Ward for Pennant. I thought Woking made 2 changes there at half time. Did that not happen?
I didn't see 2 players coming on, I've got to be honest.
Right, okie dokie. Maybe it's
just Ryan Fallowfield.
Maybe it's just me then. So the game's back underway. City shooting towards the south stand on that right hand side. Fagan Walcott gives it to King. He puts across it. It's missed in the middle, and the goalkeeper has to gather before Stones has a tap in at the back post.
Lovely ball in as well, and Josh Jones was just there to tap it into the back of the net. Didn't happen.
Then that goes into touch, and the Woking man is fouled by Ryan Fallowfield. Still have all the papers blowing around the background. Right, let's see what's going on here then for York City. Where's Ryan Fallowfield gone to slot in? He's playing on the left-hand side, is he? Or is he going to be playing on the right-hand side? He's currently on the left-hand side of the 3, isn't he? So Fagan Walcott has gone back to his natural position, Ian.
Yes, which, that might be the reason Fallowfield's come on. So that we can actually get Malachi in his favoured right-hand side position where we know he'll attack. And I think that wind now, David, it was swirling earlier. I think City will have it in their favour for this second half, if that's an advantage.
My big mistake at half-time, we'll come on to that in a second, as Forskaskaski puts the ball forward, edge of the box. Ward takes on the shot. It's blocked in the edge of the area by Boateng. City still haven't cleared their lines. He dives in a little bit there, does Fallowfield, and City do then clear. Pearce goes to ground in the centre circle. He gets up. City have it on the right-hand side. A bit combative Woking here at the start of this second half, and it's fed back to Harrison Mail. My big mistake at half-time, while we're hearing from Simon Weaver, was to go inside to get a cup of coffee, which is all well and good and lovely and warm, but I've now not got used to the conditions once more, and I'm freezing.
It is astonishingly cold. It really is. I think, did you say it was 8 degrees but feels like 0?
Yes, and the sun has gone in now.
And that's a worry for me. So the hat's on, the gloves are coming on, and we could have done with some heat, couldn't we?
We could, sorry.
Schoolboy errors today.
Yeah, the heaters aren't with us today. Coley then at the back for the away team. Forskaskaski gives it back to him. McCauley goes back to his goalkeeper. Edge of his penalty area. He chips it out to the left-hand side, and it's straight into touch. Not sure what he's done there, Jääskeläinen.
Good to see. Bit nervy.
Throwing into the box and nodded back to very calmly from McCauley, about a yard off his goal line.
To be fair, going back to your question at the start of the game, David, that as a defender under no pressure whatsoever, wasn't it? It was almost a training ground routine there.
Well, this correspondent says a poor first half after Gateshead. It's a bit worrying. We lost our shooting boots and the better passing team are in yellow at the moment. Sure will win, but I thought that was against Gateshead. I thought that against Gateshead. Chapeltown Jones. Not sure I agree with that, as Woking have put it into touch on the far side. Looking like a 1-goal game. Need to be sharper in front of goal. Come on, City, says Robin Northampton.
Well, I thought we could be 2 or 3 up at half time, to be honest. I it wasn't vintage, but we're the better team, in my opinion. And
it should have been a couple up. Yeah, as we just mentioned, we'll get it right. Andy Fincham, listening in Leamington Spa.
Yes, lovely to see you last week, Andy. Enjoy this match this afternoon. Hopefully, we'll be screaming City goals.
Happy birthday as well to Darren Morley, who I know will be up in the lounge today. 57, I think Daz is.
Is he 57, Daz? Wow.
57, 58, something like that.
Yeah, catching up on me.
Yeah, this week, Ian.
I know.
The original April Fool.
They're coming in. They're coming quicker, I tell you. They're coming quicker.
Jääskeläinen then balls it out to the far side. Still goalless here. 49 minutes on the clock. Coley at the back. And waits for it on this right-hand side. Back again, Jääskeläinen in the middle of his sticks. You've got to get that right with him bobbling. And he apologises actually to Akinola as he played it back to him. Oh, throws himself to ground. Oh no, the working man then gets up. That's poor this time. You got that one wrong, referee. He had a good first half, but that was ridiculously soft.
Yeah, he's got that one wrong there, Paul Marsden. He has had a good game, let's be brutally honest, up to now. He's just got that one. Fell for the one. A walking dive.
Still goalless between Sutton and Rochdale. Long ball from Jääskeläinen from the free kick, pushing the back of Fallowfield. Again, I think that's a little bit soft. He tried to make something more out of that than there was. Is that the hand warmers I see coming out, Ian Dunn?
I just thought, do you know what? I haven't used them for a while. They're full of battery. I might as well get some use out of them. No,
Fagan Walcott to King. While since we've had a game like this at the LNER. Banks lifts it over the top to the right hand side. Fagan Walcott and King go for the same ball. King picks up possession. Gets it back off Banks. Now comes in field. Round the corner to Fagan Walcott. Intercepted, but he gets back in front of his man. Gives it to Banks near the corner flag. He'll win a corner kick.
Ollie Banks.
There's a bit of pushing and shoving
on Banks. On Banks, didn't he? Did he just stamp on him?
Walking man, the big guy over there. It's Gabode, I think, who's got involved for no reason with Banks on the floor, right in front of the linesman. The referee's on top of it. Lots of players now getting involved. A little bit of pushing and shoving, no more than that. And the referee, I think, will go and talk to the linesman, will he, over that far side? No, he won't. He's going to pull Gabode away. I'm not sure what his issue was.
Well, Banks made the try to make the cross.
Now he's talking to the linesman, is the referee, on his headset.
I thought as Gabode stood up, I didn't know if he'd stamped on Banks there or not. I might got that totally wrong. I apologise if I did. But it wasn't great. It wasn't a great look.
It wasn't.
And they're
completely
happy now.
Unnecessary. They've both got their arms around each other. Best mates, look at them.
They're cuddling each other now because they know that one of them's in trouble. Or both of them may be in trouble. They don't want to get booked. The referee, he's done the right thing, hasn't he?
He's just had a word.
Can you say that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Right, everyone gathers ready for this corner on the penalty spot. There's a real gaggle. 5 York City players, 5 Woking players, all around the penalty spot.
Ollie Pearce is getting dragged in the penalty spot.
He is in the 6-yard box. The referee's going to have a word. So they're holding off here, not allowing them to take the corner kick.
Yeah.
He's getting dragged around everywhere as Ollie Pearce.
So this is where I think if they carry on doing it, referee, give her the penalty. That defender won't do it so often.
Well, he can't give it, can he, until the ball's in play? But again, he's still got his arm. But Pearce has got his arm on him as well.
Referee's looking at it. Referee's looking at it, David.
Boateng. And it comes now into the mix. Fowlerfield misses his header, comes all the way across. Pearce, edge of the 6-yard box, left-hand side. Tries to turn his man. He'll have to lay it off to Brooks. Challenge comes in on Brooks. Tackle. York City throw-in.
A very firm tackle from the Woking number 23. He was hurt himself, actually, in the challenge with Ben Brooks there. Don't mess with Ben Brooks.
No. Throw-in then for Brooks. Long one into the penalty area coming up. And it comes on the wind. Headed behind for a York City corner kick. Bit of pressure at the start of this half from Stuart Maynard's side.
Yeah, we're warming up here, David. The ground's getting loud again. There's an expectation around here.
Who's on this one? Hunt. Boateng took the 3 corners in the first half.
This place will erupt as well if there's a goal goes in. I could see, if City get a goal, and soon, I could see them going on and making this more comfortable than it seems right now.
Raised his left arm, does Alex Hunt. And it comes now to the near post. It's loud cleared from the edge of the 6-yard box. No one challenged that for York City.
Decent ball in, you know.
It was a decent ball in. Should be someone going after that. And then Brooks then misses it. And the breaks on here for Woking. Brooks then tries to take his man. So does Boateng. We're trying to take one for the team. Referee may come back and book Boateng. He didn't get his man. Great covering tackle from King. And he is going to come back and get... Is he doing Brooks or Boateng? Well, Brooks did the first. So it's Brooks that's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah, referee might be right as well.
Well, he's definitely right.
Yeah. He's Ben Brooks. He knew we were in a little bit of trouble there.
Boateng thought, well, Brooks missed, I'm going to have a go, and he missed as well. 5th yellow card of the season for Ben Brooks. Of course, it doesn't matter at this stage of the season unless he gets a second one and turns it into a red.
Yeah, we really don't want that to happen here today. This will need 11 men to beat the opposition. They're dogged out, are they? Woking.
Long throw from Andrews into the penalty area, into the 6-yard box, headed clear by Banks. Stones back there, wins the header, gives away possession. No, Brooks gets in front of his man really well. He can't keep hold of it, and Andrews gets it again, feeds it back to Akinola. Akinola turns away from Stones, back to Andrews. Brooks trying to tackle him, but doesn't want to be nibbling too hard at his ankles there. And he's got it, Andrews. Brooks almost did have a little nibble left the ball. City going to win it back in their own penalty area. And then it's cleared downfield. Can Pearce get on the end of it? No, goalkeeper will get there first. He'll come out. Jääskeläinen's wanting it to go dead. I'm not sure it will if Pearce really puts his bit of effort into it. No. Ollie should have gone for that there. You could see from 5 or 6 seconds he didn't fancy it at all. So if he'd have kept going, Ollie Pearce, he would have put pressure on the keeper and made him play that into touch for a York City throw-in. It's disappointing that.
Yeah, it could. And the thing is, he did it. It was a long run that Ollie Pearce put in right to the death there. And Jääskeläinen, you could see he was worried. He wasn't sure what was going to happen. Was that ball going to roll out or not? Luckily for him, it did.
Forest Green have equalised, come from 2 down at Eastleigh. It's now 2-2. That's the only goal at the start of the second half that I can see in the National League. Still 0-0 between Sutton and Rochdale. Ball forward, cut out by Okoli at the back. Forsakaski gives it to Tunji Akinola. He goes down the left-hand side to Gabode. Skins Jeff King, turns him, completely skins him, and now there's a massive gap of 7 or 8 yards in between the two as he sprints away. Left-hand side, Fagan Walcott can't get there, cross into the box. Ward, he's got time to turn, lays it off to the edge of the area. City getting men back, still got it Woking. Shot will now come in, Forsakaski, and it's onto the roof of the stand. Poor from him, but they cut City open down that right-hand side as soon as they got past Jeff King.
They did. Gabode was absolutely superb. He's a decent player. I think we mentioned it in the first half. He's a good player. He's got a lot of pace about him. He's got a chick as well. And City just getting themselves into a little bit of trouble there. Defensively. Just need to be wary. Even though I still feel we are the side they're on top and they're really pushing and asking questions. You just can't shut your eyes off for one moment against any opposition, as Woking's proven today.
Fallowfield plays it down the line. Good ball to Brooks, who's in round the back. Brooks wins the corner. No, it doesn't fall kindly, actually. He slid in, tried to play it off the Woking man. It just wouldn't go out of play for the corner kick. Kept in play and they ended up clearing their lines. Fallowfield nods it in field. Andrews to Ward now on this right-hand side. Ward down the line to Sanderson. Sanderson gives the return ball to Ward. Look a little bit more dangerous as well at the start of this half. And that's put into touch for a Woking throw-in.
Yeah, well, they've come out of the blocks, actually, Woking. They've come out as if there's something for them to play for, and that's always a dangerous team. And City, like I say, they're still the team in the ascendancy, but Woking are certainly making it awkward for City today.
Morgan Williams is washed, showered, tracksuited up, and now he's going to sit in the stand here. And there'll be a long throw from Andrews, but we're still taking ages over these throws of the away team. It's starting to get frustrating for the York City supporters. Andrews into the penalty area. That's come off for Coley last, and that'll be a goal kick. 0-0. It remains 12 minutes gone in this second half. Played out first time to Fagan Walcott. He plays a long ball over the top looking for Banks. It's overhit though. Defender gets back. It hits Banks. He tries to clear. Banks goes to ground. It'll be kept in play on the far side by Ollie Pearce. Banks has to get back to his feet. Laid off to King. King will come into the penalty area. Little back heel to give it to Banks. Right hand side, he'll put the cross in. It's a deep one. Into the middle. Dealt with by the defender and hooked into clutch on this near side for a throw in as the York City fans behind the goal appeal for a corner kick. The referee says no, or the linesman I should say says no. No York City player appeal for it. Yorkie's trying to get him going behind the goal there.
Again, it's a lovely ball in from Ollie Banks yet again from that right hand side. You do get that feeling if we're going to score, it's probably going to come from either him or a Ben Brooks long throw.
What's going on with the netting in this goal down this end? It seems to have dropped.
Oh, it has dropped.
Brooks with the long throw into the penalty area, headed clear by Woking, Boateng, and it's going to fall kindly now on the edge of the area to Gabode, but Banks wins it back for York. So he put himself about a bit here today, and then he's taken out his Banks. Brooks drills it forward. Woking easily dealt with that one. Fagan Walcott looking for Stones, he can't find him.
I think the referee played a good advantage there, you know.
He may come back and book him in a second.
Yeah.
Hunt to King. King back to Hunt, crossing position. Well, it's a poor ball from King. Didn't give Hunt the chance to get Hunt the chance to get on the end of that one. And now the away team will come forward through the centre of the field with Andrews. Andrews first time looking for Sanderson. That's overhit. Referee still can't have a word at least with the Woking man. He does have a quiet word there with Sanderson. He's going to get away with it, I think.
Here we go.
City come forward. Pearce just too much on it. With the breeze, it just skips away from him and goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration setting in there. You can feel it around the ground at the moment. We feel like we know we should be winning. We're not 60 minutes in, and this is where we just need to be patient. And that I mean, when I say we, everyone, the team, the players, the fans.
Jääskeläinen's taking his time as well over the goal kick. But the referee showed in the first half he was willing to add time on, so fingers crossed that continues. Johnson. Fallowfield with a big up and under. You probably heard the thump as he belted it forward with his right foot. Coley at the back gives it to Drew. Nice play to Forsakaski. Goes back to his goalkeeper.
I have a feeling Stuart Maynard might just be looking at changes, you know. It feels like one of them games where you're doing everything right, but you need someone to have a spark.
City have got it. Hunt on the right hand side. He drives forward up to the edge of the penalty area. Hunt cross into the box. It's too deep behind Pearce, and Drew is able to clear. Fallowfield wins it back. Back it goes now to Fagan Walcott. Right hand side of the field. Banks just outside the penalty area. Banks comes infield, goes back down the line, cross into the box. Pearce can't get across the front man. Cleared by Akinola. To the far side, Gabode. Oh, and he skies that, he slices that clearance, and he has to do it a second time into touch for a York City throw in.
Again, Ollie Banks, his quality out on that right hand side. One of these is going to come off. Just take that run across the front post and get on the end of one of these crosses.
Hunt tries to win it back over there for York City. Working man goes to ground and the referee gives the free kick. 0-0 it remains.
Yeah, City just got to keep plugging away, David. Keep that ball. Don't get impatient with it. And keep asking the right sorts of questions. And hopefully break down the door.
Jääskeläinen comes out of his penalty area, gets ready to take the free kick. He'll send it long. Dealt with though by City. Boateng. Brooks down the line to Pearce, who's got some space. Defender comes across, gets there before Pearce to De Coley, and he wins the challenge. And he then sends it down the line, throws himself to ground, looking for a free kick on Boateng. The Woking bench are up in arms. They think Boateng should be booked. He's going to get booked here on Boateng. De Coley's making a bit of a meal of this, but
it was just the follow through of the kick, I think, caught Boateng's challenge. A little bit lazy, really, but there's nothing wrong with De Coley. It's just, Boateng's entitled to challenge for the ball. It's just maybe a fraction of a second late. De Coley's gone down and basically got Boateng booked there. He's absolutely fine. I mean, literally 30 seconds ago he went down squealing. For a big lad like that,
oh yeah, he's perfectly fine.
Absolutely nothing wrong with him.
And he's up on his feet now without needing any sort of treatment.
He's made absolutely certain that Hiram Boateng gets a yellow card.
Finally he takes the free kick after wasting a load of time over it as well, and then hits it straight through to Harrison Mayle. 0-0. But people are starting to get a bit anxious and nervous around us.
Yeah, that's football. It's where we're at the moment. We'll all feel it, and the players will feel it. So you've got to get behind them.
Banks, far side of the field. No sign of any substitutions yet. 62.5 minutes gone on the clock. It's around this time that Stuart Maynard normally does start to make his changes. Just Ryan Fallowfield coming on for City at the break in place of Morgan Williams. But you imagine attacking reinforcements can't be that far away if it stays like this for much longer. Far side of the field, headed as far as King, who lofts it downfield. Fagan Walcott can't control it on the far side. The working man throws himself to ground again. Gabode, nothing given by the referee, but they pick up the loose ball on the left. Andrews pings that forward, and Sanderson does really well actually to control it and keep it in play. And he's tackled by King, and Banks will have it back for City. Round the corner to Hunt. Room now for Fagan Walcott to come forward. Pearce, first time ball, trying to turn the defence. It's going to run all the way through though to Jääskeläinen.
That's two that the through balls just had a little bit too much on them. I think City, there's obviously a breeze out there, and this pitch is running like an AstroTurf. When the ball hits it just skips off it.
Interesting, Disarue went off for Rochdale at half time.
Oh,
so I imagine he's probably picked up some sort of knock with a score goalless at Sutton United. Gabode, cross into the box, dealt with by Johnson. Boateng gives it back to Andrews. Andrews to Forska-Kaski. Across this right hand side to Drew. He's going to run at Brooks into the penalty area down the line, gets the cross in, and Brooks does really well, gets the double ricochet back off the defender and goes behind for a goal kick. Well played, Ben Brooks.
Yeah, really good play by Ben Brooks, stuck to his task.
Difficult for him as well on the yellow card.
Yep.
City playing out from the back. Brooks wanted it long there from Mayle. He's run all the way downfield to be a left winger and they went short to Johnson. He had a quick look to the heavens. Johnson, Fallowfield, back once more to Zach Johnson, and now to Harrison Mayle. Fagan Walcott, King, over the top down the right hand side looking for Banks. I think Banks will get there by the corner flag as well. He will. Plays it in first time looking for Stones. Good defending by Woking. And it's put behind for another corner kick to York City.
Wow, Ollie Banks, that was brilliant again. He's won the ball at the right hand side. Sorry, won the chase and first timed it across the box.
Tamworth have taken the lead at Brackley as the latest goal. What's going on there? Why is the linesman still waving his flag? What's he drawing the referee's attention for?
The ball's flat. I think the ball.
The referee doesn't know, because the referee's going to have a word here with the official.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Ian Dunn.
Wow.
It's the first time for everything.
Not often. I'm not often wrong and right again, David.
Boateng. City's sixth corner of this game, third of the second half. They all holding hands, the York City players in the penalty spot. And it comes now. Doesn't beat the first man from Boateng. Not a great headed clearance, though. Hunt in the box, takes on the shot. It's the middle. Banks on the turn. He skies it. Sorry, he slices it away from goal, and he lies flat on his back on the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, that was half a chance.
It was. Did it defend? I think a defender got in the way of it, didn't he? I don't think it was. Ollie Banks totally missed it.
Good tackle over that far side by who put the tackle in there? Jeff King. But then City give it away through Hunt.
This game's very open, David. It really is.
Borsa-Kaski goes the through ball, intercepted by Fagan Walcott. Ward wanted it on this right hand side. He went to the left
now
instead.
Then, look at Ben Brooks.
Hunt across to Brooks on halfway. Brooks can get on his bike down this left hand side. He puts the brakes on. He's going to. That's, you can see the frustration. He went back rather than going forward there. He did have the option to get on his bike, Ben Brooks, but for whatever reason he chose not to.
I think he thought he was going to run into a brick wall. There was nothing in front of him but yellow. He didn't want to give possession of the ball away.
Fagan Walcott, that's a nice ball to Banks in a pocket of space. Over the top. Look at the Stones, he's been pulled in the area. The referee doesn't see it, and the defender...
He's got away with it.
He has. He let go just in time. When they've picked it back up, of Borsa-Kaski in the centre of the ground. The left-hand side for Gabode.
That's the problem, isn't it? If Josh Stones goes down, he gets accused of diving, but by not going down, the referee doesn't give the penalty. But he was impeded. He was slowed down. He was held back.
That's a nice play. Brooks nods it down to his goalkeeper. 0-0 it remains here on BBC Radio York. Still goalless between Sutton United and Rochdale. City playing out from the back once more, almost at the halfway point of this second half. City need to find a goal from somewhere. Hunt, the crowd, they know they need a goal. Listen to the noise coming from the south stand.
Yeah, they're getting behind the team, as you would expect. And this place will erupt if City do score.
King tries to thread it forward, intercepted. Has it stayed in play? It has. The flag stays down. City are appealing for a throw-in. Nothing given. Gabode can come over halfway. Now he runs forward to Gabode. Gives out wide left to Andrews. They've got Sanderson and Ward in the middle. Andrews will be able to put a cross in. No one tried to stop it, and he finds Sanderson, and his first touch is awful, and it bounces off him 20 yards outside the penalty area, and they get Jeff King on his way. King forward looking for Stones. Stones wanted it over the top. He's getting frustrated. Poor ball from King. And it goes all the way through then to Harrison Mail. Elphick and Alves in discussion in the top corner of that York City technical area.
Very end-to-end.
Elphick with the AirPods in, so I think he must be in communication with Stuart Maynard on the far side of the ground. I think we can see actually stood up right over halfway at the back of the stand.
Yes.
Just by the doorway, can you see?
Yeah.
Pearce on this left-hand side, nice ball to Brooks, but just skips away again with the breeze behind him. Ryan Fallowfield turning, just telling everyone to keep the pressure up, keep the momentum going forward. Throw in for Woking in their defensive third. They're going to take their time to go and get the ball.
Do you know, this has got a feeling of a cup tie, hasn't it now? This really does. With both teams feeling they can get something.
It's been a long time since it's been like this here.
Yeah, really competitive.
A bit of something on the game, a bit nervous, bit of anxiety that gets the crowd going.
Yeah, hopefully positive energy, isn't it?
Gateshead have scored against Yeovil. 1-0 they lead at the International Stadium. Brooks nods it forward to Stones. He'll lay it off to Banks. Banks tries to lift it over the top. Woking have got enough men back to deal with it. Back it goes to Banks. Fallowfield. Left hand side to Brooks. Brooks back to Johnson. Across the right hand side to Fagan Walcott. City just trying to break down this stubborn Woking side. King now on the right hand side. He wants someone to come inside of him. Banks goes on the outside. He turns and then gives it to Ollie Banks. Back once more to Jeff King. King lifts it forward into the box over the head of Boateng, dealt with by the Sutton man. Pearce gets in, nods it down to Boateng. Bit of a scramble, cleared by Akinola. Only as far as Hunt. He'll nod it back to Fallowfield. Fallowfield back into the centre circle to Johnson. Still 0-0. Still City search for the goal, and really to try and call Jääskeläinen into a decent save.
Yes, he's not had enough to do. But City have had all the play. That they are attacking with everything they've got. Just need to fashion that big opening.
Banks. Far side of the ground. King. Little step over, keeps hold of it. King has got two men up against him though. Has to go back down to Banks. First time cross into the box. Little flick of the heel and then scooped over his own bar by Okoli as he tries to clear with his wrong foot. Another corner kick to York City.
Proper. Got that all wrong, didn't he, Okoli? a dangerous ball in again. He just bobbled in front of a goal. He couldn't get his right foot around the ball. He's given a corner.
Forest Green's comeback's complete. Eastleigh 2, Forest Green 3.
Wow.
On the south coast. Yeah, the net has fallen down the centre of that goal.
Yeah, it has.
By Jääskeläinen, where it's pinned up in the middle.
Yeah.
Not sure what's happened. I'm surprised the referee's actually allowed it to go on. Right, corner kick. Brooks takes this one. That's a better one into the middle. Goalkeeper came, didn't get anything on it. Headed away by the defender. Boateng tries to pick up on this near side, but he can't. Ward comes away with it. Of course, he can't put the challenge in Boateng. Stones is back on halfway as last man picking it up. Brilliant from Josh Jones. Dan Batty stripped and ready to come on. Into the centre circle to King. King to Hunt. Hunt moves it across the right-hand side for Banks, halfway inside the Woking half. Banks, down the line, he goes to Brooks, who's still over there from the corner kick. Banks. Hunt. Banks. Comes back infield. Tries a little ball around the corner. Intercepted. Cleared by Okoli. They've got everyone back, though, behind the ball, so it's going to keep coming back at the minute. Fallowfield. To the right-hand side to Brooks. He lifts it forward first time, looking for Stones. Poor control from him on his thigh, but he gets back and wins it back for City. Hunt. Now to Fallowfield again. Double change. Gray's also stripped and ready to come on. Hunt in the centre. He might be one of those that's going off here, although probably Boateng on the yellow card.
Yeah, catch your breath here because it's frantic, isn't it? It really is.
Fallowfield across to Fagan Walcott on the far side. Fagan Walcott lifts it over the top down the inside right channel, but there's no one there, and he goes all the way through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was just a bit of a sad end to a decent bit of possession play by City.
Bit of an airy fairy ball forward, wasn't it, from Fagan Walcott?
Yeah. And the sun's coming back out now, David. You could do with that in the form of a goal.
So I'm all here for the sun today.
Yeah.
The home side, the away side have it on the far side of the ground. Forward to Gabode. He holds it up well and then goes back once more to Richards. Akinola back to his goalkeeper Jääskeläinen. Jääskeläinen pings it across this near side to Drew. Drew controls it well. Back to Okoli. He goes long. And it's going to be nodded forward by Johnson to Hunt. Hunt. Cries of man on. She didn't know Sanderson was behind him. Fagan Walcott now in the centre circle. He can come forward. Gives it to Boateng. Boateng. Thought about coming left, went right instead. Banks. 0-0, 72.5 minutes gone. King silence in the LNER. Back to Boateng. Boateng to Banks.
Can't be for the storm, David.
You'd like to think so. Banks lifts it over now, looking for Fagan Walcott. Headed clear by the defender. It's going to fall to King in the penalty. He gets past his man. King opens up. Goes to ground. Penalty! Yes! He was fouled over that far side, was Jeff King. Yellow card as well to the defender. And they're looking to the heavens. There's no real complaints from Woking. The referee's got it right. Well done, Paul Marsden. Now, can we put this away? Ollie Pearce has picked up the ball. Who's on it? Pearce or Hunt? Hunt's also going to have a word with Pearce here.
Listen, Ollie Pearce is confident.
Hunt missed the last one.
Yeah, Ollie Pearce is confident. He wants this. Give him it. Let him out. He's made his mind up.
Hunt's still talking to Pearce.
Yeah.
Jääskeläinen's gone to get involved as well.
Let's
but
have
I think
any doubts.
It is going to be Pearce.
Yeah, Pearce has got it. He's got the ball in his hands. He wants this penalty.
Come on, Ollie.
He's your man. You can, if he thinks he's confident, he's the right man to take this penalty. Let him take it. Josh Stones and him and Hunter a little unhappy.
Gateshead have got a second. They lead Yeovil 2-0. Ollie Pearce it will be.
Come on,
from the penalty spot.
Moments
Short
in football,
run up as
David.
always. Right-footed. Here's the whistle. There it is. Pearce. Here he comes. Down the centre as Jääskeläinen dives to his left. Get in there, Ollie Pearce. 32 goals now for York City's main man. York City 1, Woking 0.
Never in doubt, David. Ollie Pearce, the moment that ball was free, he put it in his hands. He told his teammates, I'm going to stick this in the back of the net. And what does he go and do? He sticks it in the back of the net. Ollie Pearce style. Get in. What a goal. What a penalty. City deservedly won up.
Oh, yes, the least they deserve. But it has been nervy. Here come the changes. Batty for Hunt is the first one.
Well done, Ollie Pearce. He made his mind up early, David. He was ticking it. He was going to stick it in the back of the net, and that's what he did. Get in, York City.
If they told Joe Gray to sat down as well, I think they might have done,
A little change, maybe a change of plan. I think Dan Batty coming on, probably still a good move.
You surprised it's Hunt
A little bit.
I think he works better with Boateng, but with Boateng being on the yellow.
Yeah, maybe, but you trust your players. Hopefully Boateng he's not stupid, is he? He's not a stupid lad. Now we've got an atmosphere. Now we
have an atmosphere with we are top of the league.
We are.
But as far as I'm aware, Sutton have scored. Sutton 1, Rochdale 0. The same time as York City take the lead. So too does Sutton United, to the delight of the best part of 7,000 inside the LNER Community Stadium.
Wow. The stars are aligning. Maybe.
And York City have a throw in now on this near side. They'll take it quickly.
Don't need to. Well done, Ollie Pearce.
But he decides to hold on to it eventually as Pearce. He wanted to down the line.
It's all happening.
Come on, Robert Abercroft, they got a bit excited there in it all.
Yeah, didn't we all?
Took his time to get the substitution out on the public address. So Sutton 1, Rochdale 0. York City 1, Woking 0. Into touch for York City, throwing in the Woking defensive third. They'd love a second goal.
Well, a second finishes this game off.
Are you going to sing it in?
No.
Run away! Brooks, long throw, about to come into the penalty area. In it comes out, it's got short to Stones, that's good. Stones can keep it in play by the byline, gives it back to Brooks, and it comes now, deep one, into the centre, cleared by Woking man, and they're going to fall to Gabode on the far side of the penalty area, and they will bring it out of their penalty area, but then he falls over Gabode in the area. They can walk in the box, he goes to ground looking for a penalty, but there's nothing happening there. Bit soft from Malachi, he's lucky not to get a yellow card. The referee tells him to get up, and Woking come forward. He could quite easily be booked there. That was a poor dive for Malachi Fagan-Walcott.
Yeah, the spring is well and truly in the step of York City players right now. They can feel it. We can all feel it. Let's get this job done today, David.
Wait till Rochdale see it was a penalty for York City. Oh my word, minds will be scrambled tonight.
My word.
Taylor's ready here to come on for the away team. There is no sign of Joe Gray, so that goal has changed everything for Stuart Maynard and his backroom team as Fallowfield nips in front of his man and puts that into touch. Double change about to come on here. So who have we got now? We've got Tommy Taylor, signed just yesterday on loan from Ipswich, and Harry Buteman, I think, is one of Woking's best players every time I see him.
Taylor's a big lad.
He is, yeah.
I'm guessing he's a striker.
He's a big lad, and he's coming on for Andrew, so the long throw is gone. Now Joe Gray will also come on for York City.
The crowd have been brilliant again today, David. There's a little lull 10-15 minutes ago, but for the majority of this match they've got behind their team. Boy oh boy, they're making a noise now.
Gray, who's he coming off for? It's taken a long time, this sub, so the fourth official's struggling with his board. Stones has been pulled across to take on instructions. It's going to be Banks.
Oh.
It is Gray for Banks.
I'm not sure. Banks has been outstanding again. Such an outlet. He's just got quality. But we know Joe Gray's got quality as well, and a different kind of quality. It had pace, had a bit more pace down that right hand side. Ollie Banks, don't be too upset. This isn't because you're playing bad. You've had a great game. This is tactical. You take your round of applause, Ollie Banks, because you have been fantastic yet again.
Charlie Bell is the man we've got to thank for putting Sutton ahead against Rochdale.
Joe Gray, if he could give us 10 minutes like he did at the start of the Gateshead game, he'll cause absolute havoc to Woking's defence.
So Sanderson was the other man who came off for Woking. So Jaskalainen on the near side, gives it to Coley, he goes long downfield. Johnson wins the header with Fallowfield waiting to mop up behind. Boateng will send it forward, looking for Stones, leaving themselves one-on-one at the back here now, Woking, and Stones gets in front of his man, he throws himself to the ground. Oh, that's he's got that one wrong. Akinola's bought that free kick.
Yeah, he just fell over, didn't he?
York 1, City 1, Woking 0. With Sutton leading Rochdale by a goal to nil. York City currently going top of the National League on-goal difference.
Well, who'd have thunk it after that Gateshead defeat? How things
Ball
can
over
change.
the top though for Woking, down the left-hand side. Ball into the box, comes in looking for Ward. What's gone off here? The linesman's flag is up. Calm down, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope we get these 3 points, David. But, you know, after that Gateshead game, that's a great example to us all not to panic because, you know, 90 minutes later, 90 minutes of Rochdale's, 180 minutes later, we're top of the league.
6-9-7-0 is the attendance. Pushing 7,000 as we said it would be.
Yeah.
189 Woking supporters.
Oh, well done, Woking.
They're waving back as they get a round of applause, Ian. What's all that about? Why are they applauding the away crowd?
I just think classy football fans do that, don't they? That's you know, it shows our class.
I guarantee it doesn't happen at Anfield. Long ball downfield, headed forward by Brooks. Well, calling for the manager out there at Anfield. Don't they realise he won the league for them last year?
Yeah, I'm not in that camp myself. Loyalty, you got to show loyalty.
Pierce on this left-hand side gets past his man and he's caught. That's a naughty challenge from Ward, and it'll be a yellow card. Just clattered into the heels of Ollie Pierce. Free kick given just outside the penalty area on this left-hand side. So latest scores then in the National League. Brackley 0, Tamworth 1. Braintree 1, Carlisle 1. A City line up this free kick. Eastleigh 2, Forest Green 3. Halifax 1, Scunthorpe 2. Gateshead 2, Yeovil 0. Morecambe 0, Aldershot 1. Aldershot lost their last 6 before today. Morecambe, they've gone off the boil and really struggling again towards the foot of the league. Solihull 1, Altrincham 0. Sutton 1, Rochdale 0. Truro 0, Boreham Wood 0. And City leading this game by a goal to 0. King with the free kick. Puts it into the box, deep onto the middle, headed clear by Coley, and then fresh air shot virtually by Fallowfield. Put in again by Pierce, it's blocked, and now they can come forward, can the yellow shirts, but one back by City in the centre of on this left-hand side as Pierce moves it into the centre of the park and then goes all the way back to halfway to Gray. And Woking are getting ready to make another change down here on this near side. City have it at the back. Johnson just pulls up his socks. Batty, who hopefully can dictate play in the final 8 minutes, plus quite a lot of injury time again, you would have thought. Fallowfield to the right-hand side. Dale Gorman that's going to come on. Long ball down the right, looking for Stones. Overhit goes through to Jaskalainen.
Oh, yes, just
tackle from Stones on the defender. They're forced back to their own goal line. City trying to pen him in on that left-hand side. Richards does well though to clear, but straight to a York City shirt on there. On the right-hand side, it's Jeff King. He'll give it to Batty. He'll recycle it round the corner. Stones goes for the give and go with Gray. Gray, will he keep that in play? Defender throws himself to the ground. I think there was a little shove in the back by Joe Gray, but the way he exaggerated it, you almost feel like not giving it, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, he just exaggeration's the understatement. Cosby flopped. Is that the right word? My word. Just jumped and fell.
Hannah's still in Mauritius. She got in touch with us the other day. She's enjoying mojitos while listening to us, Ian.
Oh.
You're not a mojito man, are you?
Where would you rather be? I don't mind the odd mojito, I've got to be honest.
Pina colada's where it's at, Ian.
Yeah. I'm more of that blue stuff. The blue one, I like that one.
The blue one?
Yeah. The stuff that looks absolutely full of E numbers and sends you absolutely wacky, that one.
I think it's Timmy Akinola that's come off for Dale Gorman.
Number 8, Dale Gorman, replacing 23, Timmy Akinola.
Long ball downfield. 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word York. 08000 321 333. Again, start your message with the word York. If you do want to send in your happy birthday wishes for Ian Dunn for, when is it, Wednesday the 1st of April? You're more than welcome to do so.
Of course, get that in. Original April Fool.
You'll be expecting present next game on Easter Monday, won't you? From everybody. Left-hand side of the field. Sutton have it. For Sukaski. Into midfield to Gorman. Now across to Coley at the back. Gorman sends it forward. Ooh, almost got away from Johnson there. Did the striker. Does really well. Zach Johnson turns away from 2 Woking men because he almost left himself alone at the back with 2 strikers.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from Zach Johnson.
And it's fed to Pierce on this left-hand side. Pierce gets past his man, Gorman, into the box. Ollie Pierce, the goal scorer. Still got Ollie Pierce. What a goal this would be. It's blocked to the death. Forced to Batty. One touch to control. Shoots. He drags it a yard wide of goal from just outside the penalty area. It stays 1-0.
I thought Dan Batty was going to hit that first time, then I think it was on to hit first time, unless he thought he was going to take a bobble.
Gary Elphick's laughing down there. He's got the biggest smile on his face.
Because they Dan Batty.
I think it probably was.
Oh, dear.
Maybe it was the Ollie Pearce run, because it was amazing. He nutmegged 2 players on this near side.
Yeah. And you just thought he's going to get that chance to get the shot off. He didn't. Dan Batty did and pulled it wide.
It'll be man of the match announcement shortly. He'll be giving it to Ian Dunn.
Well, who do you think?
True. Throwing on the halfway for the away team. City have still got lots of work though to do in the final. What there'll be at least 10 more minutes, won't there?
Yeah.
Woking have it again, and there is no pressure on Woking now. They can just go for it, and City may end up getting a second goal. But they can push men forward here.
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully that helps City, because if they do, you know what City are like on the break, on the attack.
Richards into midfield, round the corner from Taylor. Stones is going to try and close down Jaskalainen outside his penalty area. Jaskalainen very calm on the ball, gives it to Okoli. And he gives it to Gorman. Now on this right hand side to Forster Kaski, who's moved across and is now playing right back. Gorman once more. Gary Elphick's looking round for a substitute and he can't see him, so he's down the corner. He's calling him back. Noobs. So Alex Newby will be coming on soon. Boateng gets the ball for York City and holds on to possession well, just inside the Woking half. Now Pearce down this left hand side again, got past Gorman and he's taken out.
Brilliant.
That should be a yellow card for Gorman. Brilliant again from Ollie Pearce.
Yeah, he's throwing in all the tricks as well. He did a little bit of Ronaldo there with a little foot over through the defender for fish chips and scraps, took him round him, then he gets brought down, scythed down.
He's having a word with Newby. No, Noobs has just been. Noobs, we can hear him. He's just been called back to the bench. Newby's having a chat with Ollie Pearce as he's down on the floor.
Yeah,
he's having a good Noobs. He's calling him back. He's having a daydream again. He's Alex Newby. Gary Elphick's now finally got him back to the dugout.
Let's hope he comes on and does what he does. He scores goals as Alex Newby.
Right, free kick. Everyone in the box for City. Kings come across to take it. In it comes now. Goal for Rochdale. They equalise. They will stay top of the National League as things stand. 1-1 at Sutton United. Nodded forward. Pearce will get it again on this left-hand side. Pearce holds it up well. Pearce back to goal. Tries a little drag back. Can't get it past 2 players. But City win. But that's gone out, is it?
No.
The referee, assistant says no. It didn't all go out of play in front of us here. And Woking have it again at the back. So Sutton United 1, Rochdale 1. York City leading here by 1-0. It's a late goal. So it's only York City that scored late goals according to Rochdale supporters.
Yeah, how many have Rochdale scored recently?
Woking come forward down the centre of the field, intercepted by Fallowfield. It's going to fall back though to Drew onto this right hand side. Man over, they can put a cross in. Gabode keeps hold of it. He does manage to get a cross in, and it's sliced clear by Fallowfield into touch for a throw in. City 1, Woking 0. Throw in taken back to Okoli. City got everyone back behind the ball. Newby almost ready to come on. Okoli to the left hand side. At the back, Akinola gives it to Gorman. City don't want to just sit back here and try and see this out.
No, it'd be the worst thing they could do. Is Woking have shown they've got players capable of getting behind us.
Down this near side, Drew intercepted and put into touch off Brooks. Throw in taken by Ward straight to Drew. He can get a deep cross into the box. It's overhit. King nods it clear, but on into the centre of goal. As far as Gorman appeals for handball against Boateng, and it's clear that wasn't a great headed clearance from Jeff King.
No, it was yeah. But I think, who was it? Zach Johnson just put his foot through it there.
Very reminiscent, for those that saw it, of the headed clearance from Northern Ireland the other night against Italy. Headed it back into the danger area, and then it was drilled in from Tonali into the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
Akinola again into the final 60 seconds, then we'll see what goes up on the board. Newby still having to wait down there to come on. Gorman with a long ball downfield, one in the air by Fagan Walcott, and he finds Gray. We haven't seen him since he came on. Gray will try and lift it over the top for Stones. Stones will run with the defender, headed back to the goalkeeper. Stones is still on goal, but it's tight angle. Stones now he'll take the shot, and he's pulled it across goal and out for a goal kick. Defender got his header back wrong.
Oh, he did, and Josh Jones did ever so well, but do you know what? Both Ollie Pearce and Joe Gray.
But he could have taken it into one's goal as well, couldn't he?
I think he could have pulled it back for Ollie Pearce there, Josh.
Here comes the change. Newby for Pearce. Standing ovation time.
Yeah. Deservedly so. Ollie Pearce been fantastic, and then had nerves of steel to stick that penalty away. There's only 2 minutes left and he's furious that he's coming off.
Where is he? Oh, he's trying to work out who to give the captain's armband to. Who's it going to here?
Fallowfield.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, no, do you know what? He deserves this round of applause, Ollie Pearce. You've done your bit, Ollie. Well done. I'm sure your dad back home will be listening in, your family back home. Your lad's done well yet again.
6 minutes of injury time goes up on the board. Still 1-1 between Sutton and Rochdale.
In partnership with the Enriched Hotel and Spa, Wetherby, 4 substitution for the Minster men, number 30, Alex Newby.
Aldershot got second at Morecambe. Yeovil now down to 10 at Gateshead. They trail 2-0.
Association with RM English Estate Agents. The 4th official has indicated a minimum of 6 minutes added time. 6 minutes.
A bad day for Harrogate Town. It just turned into an even worse day because Barrow now lead top of the table at Bromley by 2-1, and Harrogate Town look as if they're going back to the foot of League Two. Newport also winning at the bottom of that division, and Crawley 2. Awful day for Simon Weaver's side. Woking cross into the York City penalty area. Jack Johnson wins the header. Ward slips on the edge of the area, falls to Newby. Newby can bring it forward in the centre of the field. He runs across the right hand side, gets past Gorman, almost falls over Alex Newby, and then has to go back to Fagan Walcott. Did really well in the end, Alex Newby. He apologises then for not giving the ball out wide right, and Mail at the back messing around with it. Johnson get clear, City, and Johnson does really well to find Brooks. Tackle comes in on Brooks and he wins a free kick for York City.
Yeah, well done, Ben Brooks. City just causing a few of their own little problems there. They just weren't sure what to do with the ball.
Here you go.
Now selected their Dutch bar, Orchard Vodka. York City man of the match, number 10, Ollie Pearce.
And to be fair, it's not just the goal.
No,
some of the bits of skill in the second half down this near side have been
fantastic.
Superb.
Yeah, and he has worked his socks off yet again.
Free kick then to City that Mail will take in his all-purple kit. Way outside his penalty area on this left-hand side. Gets good distance on it and height. Stones comes off the Okoli, who tries to say there's a push by Stones. Stones will pick it up. He'll go towards the corner flag, will Josh Stones. Okoli right up against him. He's got 2 men there now, Josh Stones. Got to kind of keep it in play by the corner flag, and he wins a corner kick. Does brilliantly, Josh Stones. Well played, sir.
Yeah.
And then he turns to the south stand and asks them to ramp up the noise.
Yeah, brilliant, Josh Stones. What a spearhead he is. Absolute Trojan.
Joshy Stones.
Yep.
Singing the crowd.
He's all ours.
Batty. There's no one really in the penalty area here from City. Now they're slowly making their way forward.
Yeah, don't need to take chances, but you still want to be competitive
leaving 3
in
back
that box.
Here, City. They don't ordinarily do, but it's 3 on 3
That's
actually.
because Woking have sent players forward, isn't it? Yeah. So surely get a short one and keep it, don't you?
Batty. I don't know if it is going to be short.
No.
It's not. In it comes. Into the middle. Stones misses it and it falls and hits Fagan Walcott and goes through to the goalkeeper well wide of his goal. He bowls it out to the left-hand side. Gabode, good tackle comes on him over there from Jeff King.
Jeff King, has been superb as well.
Yeah, he's been good today.
Yeah, really good.
Maybe his rest in midweek did do him a bit of good.
Yeah.
Gorman at the back for Woking. What we played, 3.5 for the additional 6. Okoli, Stones slides in, City win possession back because of Josh Stones' perseverance.
Go on, Alex
Boateng down this left-hand side to Newby. Newby needs to get his back though to try and keep that in play. He has to put it into touch for a throw-in on the stretch. It wasn't a great ball forward from Hiram Boateng.
Just hearing Rochdale are winning, David.
Yeah, I'm hearing that as well, yeah. Sutton 1, Rochdale 2. They've turned it around late on. Little push in the back there, but not spotted. Johnson goes back to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott again to Mail, and he clears. Okoli gets his head to it. Akinola, Gorman. Now around the corner to Forsell-Caskey. Now at the back again. There's Akinola. Long ball coming from Forsell-Caskey. Someone's got to close him down first. He's been allowed to run up to halfway, and then he has to go out to the left-hand side to Richards. City got everyone back behind the ball though as they try and see this one out. Across it comes to Okoli in his defensive third. Now to the right-hand side to Gorman. Gorman, long ball forward. down this right-hand side, and it's gone into touch, is it? He's done well to get that in play as Ward. No, it did go into touch, and that'll be a York City throw-in deep inside their own half with just over a minute to go of additional time.
Yeah, City just see this game out now, get these points, prepare for the next one. You're going to come thick and fast this season, will be over before we know it.
So Ben Brooks gets ready to take the throw-in. Down the line it comes. The wind continues to blow. Coley throws Stones to the ground. Stones gets it without any complaints, and they feed it all the way back to Jaskilainen, who's out of his goal and has to go back into his penalty area to go and retrieve that. He comes out and down the centre of the field. It blows across this right hand side. Coley wins the header. Boateng nods it clear for City. Stones slices that under pressure into touch for a Woking throw. Gorman down the line. Brooks thighs it in field as far as Boateng, who takes a swing at it and slices it into touch for a throw-in. Gorman will take it again quickly on this near side. So Rochdale winning at Sutton United by 2-1. City winning here. Devante Rodney with the 89th minute equaliser, then a 98th minute winner it appears. Not sure who's got it. City try and win the ball back in the centre of the midfield, but the yellow shirts keep hold of it. We've played the 6. Final attack potentially. Drew for Woking. He'll put it into the box, pulls it back. Fallowfield on the stretch manages to clear and then Gray does clear downfield, but he can't get it past over the top of the Woking centre back. Peals from the crowd for the referee to blow the final whistle. Pearce is stood up in the technical area, arms outstretched, so too João Alves. Woking have it on this right hand side once more with Ward. He'll put across into the box, dealt with again by Fallowfield. That is the full-time whistle. That is a 1-0 victory for York City. They thoroughly deserved that win, but boy did Woking make it hard for them. Ollie Pearce with the penalty halfway through that second half did the trick. Not many games like that recently, the LNR.
No, there was a lot on it. David. And City have risen to the challenge yet again. Yes, it came from a penalty, but let's be brutally honest, the little bit sharper finishing, it could have been 2 or 3. I thought City were the better of the two sides, but that's nothing against Woking. They came here and they battled hard. But City deserved winners in my book, and Ollie Pearce, well, he's a man for all seasons, isn't he? What a finish, what a penalty. When everyone else was nervous, Ollie Pearce kept his head and City get the 3 points. That's huge.
It really is huge. 32nd goal of the league season, 33 of the campaign overall for Ollie Pearce. The goal scoring record, absolutely remarkable, and it shows no signs of coming to an end.
No, it's scary, it's phenomenal. What a season he's having again for York City. What a signing he's been by the club. But it's not just Ollie Pearce, it's the whole team today, David. They all battled so hard. They knew what the reward was going to be like. They knew what they had to do to get that reward, and they've worked their socks off from right through that squad, and everyone that played, the management team, they deserve the win. And we move on. The next game, this is heating up, David. This is what we all love football for, and we're in that mix. We are right in that mix.
It was Ian Henderson, the veteran 41-year-old, who got the winning goal for Rochdale. Again, yes. So it's Rochdale win, City win. It's, as we said at the start of the afternoon, we can keep the status quo. You thought both sides would win. Maybe both sides have had it a little bit more difficult than we expected, but it's the same with just 5 games of the season left now at the top of the National League. So full time at the LNR Community Stadium is finished. York City 1, Woking 0. Ollie Pearce with his 32nd goal of the season, a penalty, his first in a number of months from the penalty spot. Full time at Queensgate Stadium 2 in Bridlington. Scarborough Athletic against Chorley. Let's get a full time report from James Fletcher. Who maybe can't go to James Fletcher, so we'll continue to talk between ourselves here on BBC Radio York. Ian Dunn still sitting alongside me as the players doing a very slow lap of honour. They've just about got to the south stand. Are you happy that City have had to find a different way today to win a game of football here at the LNR?
Yeah, do you know what I am? There'll be a lot of pride taken in that performance, because they were a dogged team, they were a rough team, Woking, and they came to be stubborn, and City have again found another way of beating a team that have thrown up different challenges, and this York City side keep doing that, David. They keep working their socks off, they're so in it together. And I think the crowd played their part today. Everyone could sense that City needed that support